She has a skull fracture. Her brain is swollen and bleeding. She also has internal bleeding. Her belly is full of blood. She's got an injury to her liver, her spleen, and her colon, and is still actively bleeding inside. She has no brain function.
The detective here is not describing the injuries of an adult victim, but a 2-year-old girl, Fallon Fridley. The suspect on the other side is her babysitter, 29-year-old Kirsty Flood, and she's about to put out the most bizarre defense.
Harper just kind of played big sister and handled it herself. Maybe Grace dumped on her. Ghosts. Ghosts.
But this is just a glimpse of how far she will go to protect herself and in turn infuriate the detective.
Exactly why my 2 kids are 100% healthy. Have you ever thought about that? You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I thought about it.
Okay, then think about it a little bit harder.
I'm not making this up.
She fell off a slide at the playground after that too.
But how did she land?
On her back.
So how would that put bruises in her forehead?
Oh my God, stop.
Behind the fake expressions, Kirsty is an actual monster. And very soon, her true identity would come to light as the most evil babysitter anyone had ever known. This disturbing and heartbreaking story starts with young Fallon, who on December 9th, 2020, was spending the night at Kirsty Flood and her boyfriend Jeffrey Meyer's place in Sandy Springs, Georgia. Kirsty was a trustworthy babysitter, and Fallon's parents, Kristen and Cameron, had Kirsty babysit Fallon very often. So everything was perfect, or so it seemed.
We were pretty close friends for 5 years.
While Kristen and Cameron were at work, Kirsty had been babysitting Fallon. She then asked if Fallon could stay the night, as her 3-year-old daughter, Harper, wanted more time with her best friend. Seeing nothing unusual, Kristen agreed without hesitation. But she had no idea that this would turn out to be the worst decision of her life.
He said, "Should we just go get her?" And I said, "No, she'll be fine." I regret that now every day.
I never had any reason to not trust her.
What should have been a simple sleepover would lead to a horrifying scene of police intervention. At 9:20 p.m., Kirsty called Kristen and Cameron, saying Fallon was hurt and unresponsive. Paramedics were already at the scene, and an officer asked the parents to meet them at the hospital. This shocking news left them devastated, but worse was yet to come. When they arrived at the hospital, Fallon was in critical condition. Tragically, she passed away later that night. Kirsty and Jeffrey, the last people with Fallon, became the prime suspects and were soon in the interrogation room.
All right, Kirsty. This is my partner, Detective Pearson.
Hello, Mr. Person.
Hello. It's gonna leave it up. I think it's so stuck being here.
Yeah, I'm already got. I'm always hot 10. I'm wearing stuff there.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. Well, it's hard because like right now we're in the weather where you can get cold.
You can wear a sweatshirt and shorts at the same time.
Yeah, it's so jacked up right now. Sorry, my notes are all jacked up right now because it's been one of those days, unfortunately.
See, you met her mom.
What's that?
You met her mom.
I did, yeah.
How's she doing?
She's obviously upset. I mean, I don't think there's any way to not be right now. Not be upset. But she's upset. I met
Cameron.
Met him as too. I reserve judgment, because that's what I do.
After brief introductions, the detectives begin by asking Kirsty to recount the events of the day.
Well, ma'am, what I'm doing. So I'm coming in, like when you see me walking in late, that means I have absolutely no idea, or I really don't know what's going on. So can you tell me what happened to catch me up? Because again, that's why I'm not asking any questions, because I don't know exactly what's happening. So I just wanted to hear your side.
You guys talk already?
No, actually.
They came in late, so.
I've been so busy at the hospital and doing other things that, I haven't even talked to him yet.
Okay, can I ask you one question?
Mm-hmm.
How come they did this so fast?
Did what so fast?
Just let her go.
What do you mean let her go?
They won't let her fight?
She's still at the hospital.
She's okay?
She's not doing okay, but she's still at the hospital.
She's okay?
Like I said, well, she's not doing good.
But she didn't be okay.
I don't know.
She still have a heartbeat.
Heart's still beating.
But God
Still beating.
God has a plan then.
By this time, Fallon has already passed away. However, the detectives choose to lie about her death, hoping to make Kirsty more open. If Kirsty is responsible for Fallon's situation, the belief that a murder charge is off the table might make her feel more at ease and willing to share more details. With this approach, the detectives hope to get clearer answers and uncover the full truth.
Her heart is still beating.
Thank God. Thank God. Thank God.
And Kirsty, I don't think...
What did I do? They gonna tell me she was gone and...
Who said that?
The officer.
No, she's not. She's not gone. Her heart's still beating.
Why did he tell me that?
Honestly, probably just miscommunication.
But for now, to uncover any underlying motives, the detective first needs to understand the history between Fallon's family and Kirsty.
I typically watch Fallon 4 days a week, roughly. I've been with my company for 6 years, so I'm getting paid unemployment to stay home. I'm also in school for cybersecurity. I have a newborn, a 3, almost 4-year-old, and Fallon is 2. Like I said, I'm with her 3-4 days a week. Me and her mom, we've been through a lot together. I helped her get sober a long time ago. Quite some time ago. I was reached out to saying that she was homeless and, strung out and, she wouldn't listen to anybody. And I was just like that one person that kind of just like spoke to her, that she listened to, right? So it took her to detox. Fast forward. She went down to Miami, had Fallon in rehab with some scum. He's never raised her, never claimed her, never nothing. Mm-hmm. So I have a soft spot for Fallon. That's why I charge for $125 a week on a night. And that's nothing if the price isn't ridiculous.
It's not expensive at all.
No, and I do it because she's a friend, and I do it because I love Fallon. I don't know Cameron very well, but I don't know him. I know a little bit. I'm trying to get to know him. I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Long story short, he drops Fallon off this morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she stays. She goes in the room with Harper. She plays with Harper for a decent amount of the day. Her and Harper, my daughter, are like best friends.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So they play, and then finally we end up going to the park. This is hours later.
Yep.
So for breakfast, she had the cereal bar, lunch, cheese puffs. They had some goldfish, graham cracker, chocolate ones. She was eating fine. She only eats junk food, right? And at my house, we incorporate vegetables.
As Kirsty continues recounting the events of the day, she describes everything in detail, but nothing she mentions seems like it could have caused Fallon's death. Realizing this, the detectives know they need to dig much deeper to find the truth.
Okay, so we get in the car. Oregon Falls is what? A mile and a half from my house.
Yeah, barely.
We were the last people there.
Right before dark, though?
Yeah,
Okay.
right when it was getting, starting to get dark.
Probably 5:30-ish.
Ish, we started leaving. No, when it started getting dark, it was like, I haven't my phone died when I was out there. But I have, 426, how's my girl? So we're about to go to Morgan Falls. My phone is about to die. We just pulled up. She said, tell her mommy misses her. And then here's a picture of my daughter and Fallon playing together, besties.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm on the floor. The reason why I'm right here is because I'm on the floor with my infant. I always bring like a little picnic thing, snacks, blanket, going on. and you got 3, you try to monitor it all. So anyways, I put both the babies on the swing, my babies, on the bucket swings. And then she goes down the slide, falls off, and you know when you go down a slide and you drop? That's what happened. And I was telling him she dropped, but I don't know if that had anything to do with anything. You know what I mean?
Did she cry at all?
When she's such the most quiet baby, and that is alarming in situations like at home.
Gotcha.
Kirsty tries to suggest that Fallon's severe injuries might have been caused by falling off a slide. Since she still doesn't know that Fallon is dead, she believes that Fallon is safe and attempts to link the injuries to this minor incident. But this might not go the way that Kirsty has predicted.
And that is what has been an issue for me, but you can't go to a mother and say, hey, the man you just married, I understand his past, but, I would maybe look into that a little bit better, or maybe not leave him with him all day on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
You understand what I'm saying?
Wholeheartedly, yeah.
That first of all, I would never marry a man with a record like that.
Yeah.
Second off, you're never going to be left with my child.
Yeah.
Like I said, I wouldn't even let them babysit my children.
No, I wouldn't either.
So,
no way, Jose.
Kirsty is talking about Fallon's stepfather, Cameron. Cameron actually had a criminal record, including child abuse and even assault. It seems she's attempting to redirect suspicion toward him, using his history to her advantage. However, Cameron wasn't anywhere near Fallon on that tragic day. For now, it's a matter of seeing how many more strategies Kirsty has up her sleeve.
So anyway, she's always at my home. I feed her, I bathe her, I do everything for her. I try to limit her mom's stressors to the maximum degree. Basically.
I was curious too. I was seeing that was pretty good. Do you have any other pictures of her today?
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, I'm all about the pics.
Cool. I mean, can I take a look? I just want to see because I'm just trying to play catch up. So I really appreciate you doing that.
I am all here. Let me go make it easier.
And these are today?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So these are.
Wait a minute, that can't be her. That's your baby, right?
I'm messing with you.
That's my little stud, Dawson. I love him.
So which one? Okay.
That's
so
Fallon.
She's a cutie.
And that's my baby Harper.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
Yeah, so I have a 3-row seat. So I put their car seats in the back, and then I put my baby boy, face forward in the middle. Because I've been in 2 really bad car wrecks.
Oh, yeah.
So I try and, I just got that sticker on there today.
For some time, the detectives take a good look at the pictures on Kirsty's phone. Everything seems okay, and the detectives find no exact conclusion to understand why Fallon would be in such a bad state later that night. So they try once again to unravel what could have happened.
So yeah, just hang tight. I'm just trying to, like I said, I was just trying to get caught up. So clearly, the little girl she went to the hospital. Now that's what I don't understand. So I was literally asleep. And my phone rings at roughly 11 o'clock and I came in. So that was where you believed, I guess, that she may have fell off the slide or whatnot.
Okay, so, I mean, to me, the slide, the thing, whatever, that just sounds like, But then, on the bottom of the slide, there's the bottom of the slide, and then you could, when you lift your head up, the only thing I could think of is there maybe, because I noticed, a little bit of red right here. It's nothing serious, it's, a little bit of red.
Yeah.
But that was it. I'm like, there's nothing serious enough to where it would be oh my gosh, I need to rush her to the hospital because internal bleeding. You know what I mean? My child fell off the top of the playground. But a huge difference.
Yeah.
So I played it like it was. You know what I mean? Went home, laid her down. She wanted to lay down for a minute. So I laid her down. She has her own bed, actually, at my house.
Kirsty's boyfriend, Jeffrey Myers, is already seated in the interrogation room next to this one, and he has the same answers when detectives try to interrogate him.
I saw her asleep. I saw her napping.
Yeah.
And then she cooked dinner, and then when she made dinner, it was like 8:30, she yelled, "Fallon, come eat." She yelled it a few times. Fallon came right out the room, came and gave me a hug, because that was the first time that I had seen her since I'd been home. Really seen her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She was fine. She seemed fine. She gave me a hug, sat down at the table, and we tried to get her to eat, and she wouldn't eat, man. I don't know. Kirsty says she deals with that all the time, though, about her not eating. Yeah. So, I don't know what goes on during the day when I'm not there, but...
So she came out of the room, ran out of the room like normal, everything seemed fine?
I didn't think she was going to even hear her name be called, honestly, because she called it from the kitchen. And you saw what the kitchen is compared to the bedroom.
It's a little bit ways, yeah.
Right, so I didn't think she would hear. She came right out.
It becomes challenging for the detectives when the two suspects' stories start to align. However, the investigation is far from over, and Kirsty's story continues.
So anyway, she didn't eat. Harper, I ended up giving all the food to my dog. I literally just threw it. She had like 2 bites. She had like 2 bites. I think she had like the veggies and then maybe 1 shell of a noodle.
Barely anything.
And then the rest I just gave to my pet because I ran out of dog food and
It happens.
I couldn't go to the store. I was trying to cook dinner, trying to do all this. Didn't want to leave her. So we stepped outside for 5 minutes. Whatever, 10 minutes, smoke stay. I don't even know how long it was. Not long at all. Go back in there and check on her, and she's looking like this. So I'm like, what is that about?
Yeah.
Like, so my daughter has a unicorn. I built her like a unicorn. You saw it, the Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And she was just like this.
Yeah. I'm going to get them out of here. I'm going to go talk with him real quick. Yeah. So there's no, just so we can get this whole thing going.
Am I talking too much?
No, you're fine.
But this time, Jeffrey has a more detailed explanation of the situation.
But, they ate. Harper was eating. And she always likes to brag saying, "Look, I'm eating all my food. I'm eating all my foods." Because we're trying to get her to teach Fallon to do that. And Fallon wouldn't eat. We're like, "Fallon, you don't want to eat, you don't want to eat." We're sitting there and she's just looking at us. And she does that sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, she's a very quiet child. But this time, like, I'm trying to get her attention and she's kind of like staring off to the right. Like, she wouldn't make eye contact with me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was weird. So I'm snapping in her face. And eventually she would make eye contact with me and was coherent, like would understand what I was saying.
Mm-hmm.
So we said, "Are you okay? You okay?" And she wouldn't say anything. So she was kind of breathing funny, like, I don't know, like maybe she was trying to catch her breath, but wasn't out of breath. I don't know. It was weird, man. I've never heard the noise that she was making before, but we laid her down. She was fine. We stayed there for a few minutes to make sure that, she was okay.
Okay.
We laid her down, saw that she was okay, left out, went and smoked a cigarette. We both said, "Now let's smoke a cigarette." I said, "Let's go, when we get done smoking the cigarette, let's go check on Fallon." I'm worried about it. We were both worried about it. She said, we both agreed. We got done smoking the cigarette. I don't know how much time elapsed since then, honest. No more than 10 minutes, probably 10 to 15 minutes. Can't be no longer than that.
It's possible that Kirsty is withholding some crucial information while speaking to the detectives, but for now, it's only speculation. To uncover more of the story, let's see what Kirsty says next.
And then that's when y'all called, when she had the distant look, I guess, that when you called the ambulance?
She had the distant look. I put her in the tub because shell shock. You know what I mean? That cold water.
Yep.
Sometimes can, just do the trick, just real fast. So she was in her diaper and even still in her socks. And because I didn't want to shell shock her too bad.
Just put her in the tub with her socks and diaper?
Like literally like sat her down like this, shined the cold water, held her back, like the back of her neck like this, and nothing. Didn't even respond to the water.
So she just lost consciousness.
Yeah.
You're saying that after she had fallen in the at the park.
Well, her dad just told me he had the flu yesterday. Or on Monday.
Okay.
And she's been sick.
Okay.
So I say that to say she's been sick because she got my 8-month-old son sick, my daughter sick, all of us sick. You know how that goes. Yeah. And that was a couple weeks ago, but they said it was a sinus infection. And then on Monday he calls me. I don't watch her on Mondays. Calls me around like, I don't know, 8 in the morning or whatever. He's like, hey, can you watch Fallon? I need to go to the hospital. I feel like I have, or I feel like I'm super sick. And then apparently he had the flu. And then he drops her back off at my house. And I'm just thinking like, I don't even know. You know what I mean? Like, I just wouldn't do that. We don't think the same.
Yeah.
He's also on methadone. So, you know, he, no judgment at all, but I just know that your mental state, if you're on methadone every single day, is not going to be the same as it would be if you weren't.
Yeah.
Methadone is a synthetic heroin. They need to take that off the street. I don't know why the doctors still give that out.
Kirsty seems to believe that Fallon was experiencing something like shell shock, more commonly known as PTSD, which would require extreme stress. This raises the question, did Kirsty do something to cause such distress to Fallon? Meanwhile, Kirsty continues her efforts to shift suspicion back onto Cameron, and this won't be the last time that she tries to do that.
I guess, from what I'm understanding, the kid is pretty ill, you know, to this point, but that's what we're trying to find out. I mean, you're saying that she may have taken a little tumble off the slide, but yet she was still walking, doing things, then went to sleep for a little bit, and then you came and saw her later. I'm trying to boil up what you're telling me.
She always has,
and she just had like a distant look about her, and then now at what point did it go from that to, oh crap, put her and she's unresponsive in the tub?
Have you ever seen a kid do that?
Do what?
This.
I mean, looking to the left or right?
No, literally like looking at you and then just go like this. And then just stop and not look back.
Okay. So you're saying she looked either left or right, one of the two sides, but just kind of looked up and that was it.
That freaked me out right there. I was like, okay, that's weird. To me, that just screams like, I don't know. I don't even know. But I know that that's something I'm unfamiliar with. And being a mother, if I'm not familiar with it, just like the CPR thing, that's why we call the ambulance, because I'm not certified and I'm not going to risk someone's life trying to give CPR if I don't know how to do it correctly.
Kirsty's constant focus on Fallon's weird condition suggests she might not be hinting at a concussion as the cause of Fallon's sudden situation. However, Kirsty remains unaware that the detectives are already familiar with the details of Fallon's injuries. Moreover, Kirsty's casual demeanor and her attempt to come across as overly knowledgeable and composed edges on the narcissistic side. However, the more important thing is to get to the truth.
I don't know, trying to do everything that I could motherly do. The natural mother things that you could do. And nothing was working.
Okay.
And she went, what?
At that point, after you got out of the tub?
I'm like, what? No, seriously, like, what is going on? Like, I could see if like poison or like something that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They need to run some tests on that girl. They really do.
All right.
And they need to run some tests on her. I don't know what to do from here on out though, as far as like, I'm her nanny and I'm her, all this, and I don't know, I'm a friend of her mother's. I don't know if I should go to the hospital and give her a hug. As if that was me.
Regardless of how much emotion Kirsty shows, she was the only one with Fallon all day. So the detective now zeroes in on that day and questions the only witness, Kirsty's boyfriend, Jeffrey. He'll either confirm Kirsty's alibi or reveal her involvement.
Was anyone helping Kirsty babysit today, or she was just with the kid by herself?
She was just, as far as I know, she was just by herself.
Okay.
She's been doing this for months now, man.
Like since August, something like that?
I know since summer, taking care of 3 kids with no issues.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So this is like totally...
Just crazy.
Yeah. I don't know how to feel, man.
It's shocking.
You know, there's like she's getting beat or something. Is that?
It looks like it.
Sir, I'm not just trying to stick up for my fiance because it's my girl and my baby and my mother or anything like that. This girl does not lay her hands on these children. I can tell you that. I promise you that. I've been a witness to this, to her being a mother to her daughter since she was 1, and I've not seen her spank her not one time. So with these injuries, I don't know what happened with Fallon. We love Fallon like she's our only little girl. Like, I just show you pictures where we spend time with her like she's our own kid. So this is completely baffling to me. I don't know where that would come from or how or anything like that. I know that she was sick and her family or her father was, or stepdad was sick or whatever. That's the only thing I know.
Yeah. Well, sickness wouldn't cause the injuries that she has.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'd like to be more help, man. That's just this little girl's okay.
Yeah, me too, because no maiden deserves this.
I'm sorry.
All right, let me, we're gonna go confer, and we're gonna see what we can get you going here, all right?
Yes, sir, I appreciate it.
Either the two have rehearsed their lines, or this is the truth. But obviously, their so-called truth doesn't align with the evidence at all. A simple fall from a slide or the flu could not account for Fallon's death. There's clearly more to the story, with horrifying details still hidden beneath the surface. So it's time the detectives take it to the next level.
Okay, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of it, okay? She's in bad shape. Like real bad shape.
Like, what do you mean?
Like she might not make it to the night.
What?
Since you think this is like some, I don't know what you're trying to do to me, but this is like literally.
I'm trying to get to the
insane.
bottom of what happened with this child.
Well, those things, those right there, they bounce.
Mm-hmm.
There's a metal bar right there too. You ever thought about that?
Okay, did you see that happen?
Do you know that accidents happen all the time?
I do, because I have 4 kids.
Exactly my point. Then cut me some
And then
slack.
I also know that this injury doesn't happen just appear out of nowhere.
Exactly why my 2 kids are 100% healthy. Have you ever thought about that? You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I thought about it.
Okay. Then think about it a little bit harder.
But maybe you need to think about you're the only person with her, and she's injured like this.
I did not hurt that little girl.
What's that? You want to talk to her?
Yeah, I was just getting a couple things down.
I need to go get my children.
Okay, just give it a second. We're actually getting one other thing. We're running something through, and we'll let you know in just a second. And get you
Let us
turned
know.
away.
Let us know.
That's what I'm trying to do, but I hear you yelling, so I'm coming back here.
Because he's being ridiculous.
No one can blame the detective for losing his temper at this point. It's frustrating and exhausting to hear Kirsty's endless, laughable statements. A shift in momentum is crucial for the detectives to keep the interrogation on track.
What's your theory? That's what I'm asking you. How did this child sustain these injuries?
The only thing I could think of,
Like I told him, is falling.
At the playground.
No, not at the playground. Other than literally walking on the cement, holding Harper's hand while I'm carrying a car seat, walking up to my car and like tripping because this baby doesn't cry. Like I told him 1,000 times.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't cry. She just gets back up.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
So Harper pulling her, because Harper is 4, doesn't realize it, pulling her She could fall.
Where is this at?
Boom!
Is this-
Morgan Falls.
Okay, fair enough.
The sidewalk walking and I parked way over the side.
So this is going on the sidewalk.
Yes.
I got you. So she's fallen down onto the concrete there, and your 4-year-old doesn't know any better. She's just kind of
picking her back up and keeping it moving. That's what she
keeps
does.
falling down. Does this happen over and over, I guess?
Fallon falls all the time.
Okay. I mean,
Ask
that's
her
why I'm
mom.
asking you. I wasn't there.
Her mom. Ask her mom. That kid falls.
But that's what I'm asking you. So during that time, she kept falling down, kept falling down, kept falling?
It wasn't like she just repeatedly kept falling down.
Okay. Anything significant? Did she fall off a curb and hit her head? I mean, or anything like that you noticed?
Well, you
during
fall on cement, then that could be.
Well, even
anything.
kids have the innate ability to like kind of throw their arms and use it as what I'm saying is that's why I'm asking. I wasn't there. So
If you slip on vinyl, there's concrete underneath it, right?
Understand?
Okay. So there's also
usually carports. I guess that's what I'm asking. Saying a parking lot doesn't even have a vinyl cover, so
I'm talking about inside my apartment.
Oh, very good. Okay, so
I'm talking about all the possibilities because you're asking me for all of them.
Well, I mean, but I'm being specific. You're saying that she had fallen down in the parking lot, and your kid, and that's okay. But that's what I'm asking. It's like, did she do so?
Parking lot?
Yeah, at Morgan Falls. That's what I understood you to tell me.
In the side, okay. Anywhere we go, Harper wants to hold her hand. Yesterday we went to the playground. She wants to hold her hand.
Right.
They always hold hands. So she, will walk with her and hold her hand or whatever. And a lot of the times Fallon will fall.
Okay, that's fine.
A lot of the times. Knees. My daughter busted
And what
both
I'm
of her
asking you is
knees.
like, again, because of the seriousness of her
Yes,
injuries
yes.
today, when you were watching the kid, was there anything was like, ooh, I mean, like I'm probably a substandard dad, but like I'm scared enough of damn kids that I would watch them. I wouldn't have like alone time or anything. Meaning I would never shut my door because I'm afraid of what they do to harm themselves. So
Believe me, from what I saw, I fully understand, Kirsty. I really do. Okay. All right. Sit tight. We'll get you out of here. Okay. All right. Kirsty, just swing over here this way. Just move your legs out this way.
Why?
Because I gotta put this on you. Okay?
Why?
Because.
I have not. No. You're not about to jam me up right now without. No. I never gave you any information about my lawyer. So you can't detain me.
Yeah, we can. You're under arrest.
Yes.
For what?
You're under arrest.
For what? For what? For what?
Bring it in and show you the ones that
Under arrest.
are under arrest.
For what?
I'll show you the ones in once we get you secured.
I need my phone and my lawyer. Right now.
You'll have that opportunity.
Right now. That's why I came here, was for my phone. Y'all actually just entrapped me, is what you just did.
It's actually not called a trap.
That is entrapment, because Officer Myers just said I would not be getting locked up the minute I walk in here to get my phone. That's entrapment. I know my laws.
Well, you obviously don't know what entrapment is.
That's entrapment. He literally just said he would not be locking me up. That's what he just
That is
said.
not the
And my children are at home.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're with defects with your mom. They're not with you.
Excuse me, you're not about to pull my leg like that. You need to chill. Okay? Where is Jeff? In my car and everything else that I own that's outside.
Still outside.
Where's he?
Jeff's in the lobby.
Does he know that you're arresting me?
Not yet. He'll know here in a minute.
Hello. That's why you smiled.
Why this one?
Oh, get it now.
A few days after Kirsty's arrest, investigators also charged Jeffrey Myers. He was held in Fulton County Jail after January 6, 2021, on charges of probation violation. A judge denied him bond on the new charges of murder and cruelty to children. Bond was similarly denied for Kirsty, who faced charges of malice murder, first-degree cruelty to children, aggravated battery, and multiple counts of felony murder. In court on March 18, 2024, Kirsty Flood finally pleaded guilty to malice murder, felony murder, aggravated sexual battery, first and second degree cruelty to children, false statements, and tampering with evidence. she was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Jeffrey Myers pleaded guilty to second-degree murder and was sentenced to 15 years in prison.
I don't know where I was just shooting, I was just shooting. I killed her, man. I killed her, bro. She was having in my room.
Was he truly a heartbroken lover pushed to the edge? Or was that just a desperate lie, a twisted excuse for an unforgivable crime? As the truth comes to light, a darker, more chilling reality emerges. The one that reveals Rashad's true nature and a pattern of violence no one saw coming.
Thank you.
All right, obviously, we want to talk to you about what went down today, but because you're in custody, we just got to go over the forms like you see in the movies and shit. Listen, I understand it's been a up day today. I understand. Well, so now that's what I've been hearing. I've been hearing that there may have been a build-up to this today, but there may have been some wild occurring before. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you about today. Because right now, listen, I don't know you. I don't know your girl. I don't know your relationship. I don't know what's going on between you two. So the only information I have is the shit that went down today. So I want to hear kind of what led to today, the build up to today. So, like I said, man, today was pretty wild. Just from the 5 minutes I've been talking to you, you seem like a relatively reasonable guy. There had to be something more that leads to today. I've been talking to people all day. They've been kind of giving me tidbits of your relationship. That there might be some wild stuff that she's been doing.
Things that they just don't know.
Yeah. And you know what I mean? That's it. And that's why I'm talking to you, bro, because I want to get it from the horse's mouth. Because anyone can talk, anyone can recite the rumors they hear. But there's only two people in a relationship. You and your girl.
I was supposed to die with him. What happened today, I was supposed to die.
Oh, sorry, man, I can't hear you.
I was supposed to die with her.
You were supposed to die with her? Write that down, man. Take your time, bro.
Rashad's statement catches the detective off guard, or so it seems. He casually offers Rashad another cigarette, but this isn't just an act of kindness, it's a calculated move. A small favor designed to build trust and lower Rashad's defenses. The more he smokes, the more he talks, and without even realizing it, he's walking right into the detective's trap.
Can we talk about the warrant first? The other one?
The one in West Haven?
Yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna be real with you though, bro. I don't know much about it though.
I don't even care, bro. Cause that's where it all started at.
In West Haven?
Yes.
So I gotta be honest, man. If you want to talk about that, I want to know everything. So I got no problem talking about that.
That's where it all began.
But you gotta tell me because you know I'm not a West Haven cop. So
it doesn't even matter. If you're gonna tell the story, you're gonna tell it right.
So let's start there. What happened then? What happened in West Haven?
We were having a little disagreement.
You and your girl?
Yeah, but nothing physical.
Okay.
She had her own partner upstairs. She had roommates downstairs. And they tried to leave. We was having our dispute when the boyfriend came up because there were a couple downstairs.
Yeah.
They come up. And he just gets involved and it's like, I was selling drugs, and last time I got caught in Wilding for selling drugs, I just stopped because it was my first time going to jail and I had my kids at home. So when I came home, I changed my life. I went back to school. I finished. I was working. I enjoyed a paycheck every week. than selling drugs. And was just taking care of my family, like living my life, had a little piece of car, and like girls didn't care, man. Piece of car, get them from there to there, you know?
Right to be.
So, long story short, he comes upstairs and he's just being so aggressive, like, and he's like, what's going on? So I told him, like, what's going on? And he just said, it's going on. I basically explained him the situation. He said immediately he responds by saying, I don't give a f. This is our house. We pay the bills here. My kids are downstairs. I still remember the conversation like it was yesterday. I said, okay, I understand. Your kids are downstairs. I apologize. I apologized to him. This problem wasn't between me and him. I didn't want it to, there's no beef with you, man, like, so. And he goes downstairs, like, and then when he goes downstairs, me and my girl, like, yo, we're just gonna get out of here. She's telling him to go downstairs. His girl's yelling, come downstairs. He wasn't listening. He tried to fight me. Like, he was stepping up to me, and I'm sitting down, and I'm like, bro, I don't even want to fight you, bro. Like, this has nothing to do with you. Like, if you have energy, something going on that has nothing to do with anyone else, and you're explaining, you could be calm within. Like, if I was aggressive, I'd have been aggressive toward everybody. You understand me? So, long story short, I tried to come up the stairs. We was leaving to leave the house after he came upstairs with all those threatening gestures. I kept saying, no, I don't want to, I'm good, I don't want to fight.
The incident Rashad refers to took place on January 23rd, 2020 in West Haven. That day, he and Alessia were in the middle of an argument, and given Rashad's behavior in just these few minutes of footage, it's clear he fits the textbook definition of a narcissist. As the argument escalated, their housemate, who had likely witnessed their toxic dynamic before, stepped in to calm the situation. But instead of backing down, Rashad pulled the trigger at him, and his justification for doing so is nothing short of absurd.
And just threatening my family because something happened on Facebook to where everybody started calling me a snitch because of some shit that happened in 2011. I was young. A man got off with killing a man. I was one of the witnesses. I wasn't going to jail for you killing that man. Not throwing my life away because of you. Anyways, the statements got leaked. So now my whole life.
Yeah, so now people are
social media nowadays. Now everybody knows. Now I gotta watch my back. So now I'm a felon, but I have to carry a gun in order to make it home. You understand? It's not easy. So I did have my firearm on me for protection, not for aggression.
Yeah.
And he was going to leave. He was just coming up the stairs like, where you gonna go? You're not safe in the hood. Talking all this stuff. And I'm like, yo, bro, I don't even know you. You don't even know me, bro. It's like, I'm not even on that type of time. I got 2 kids. At the time, me and Alessia were like kind of off, but it was like little petty stuff.
Yeah.
And then it was like, we had lives. We had lives before that day. After that day in West Haven, we lost our lives. And ever since then, we've been running.
So how'd that night in West Haven end?
Somebody getting shot.
The dude who was running his mouth?
Yeah.
The dude from the first floor?
Yeah. He came up to her stairs and her house is on the 3rd floor. You have to go down the stairs
Yeah,
to get out.
Yeah.
As we're coming down the stairs, he's coming up the stairs and he just went back down the stairs and he's still being aggressive.
Is he just talking shit running his mouth?
Yeah, I don't know what he went downstairs to grab. Or like, he just threatened, not safe.
Yeah.
Where you gonna go?
Running his mouth.
Can't hide. And I'm like, yo, bro, I'm not even like trying not to like hide or anything. Like, so it's like, we're coming down the stairs. She grabbed her stuff. At the time, she was pregnant with our child that we have today.
How do you pronounce her name?
So she was pregnant and we're going to leave.
What do you mean he's grabbing her stuff? Like,
no, we're grabbing our stuff to
okay.
leave because
Yeah.
now she's upset because he came upstairs. Basically what she rents. So
yeah, what's this dude's business up in your guy's apartment?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? Like, get the f out.
It was like trespassing.
Yeah.
He's trespassing.
You worry about your
space.
apartment, I'll worry about my apartment.
Yeah, so he's trespassing in her space. And then it's like, whatever, I respect you. It's your house.
Yeah.
You're right. I apologize. He still kept trying to come at me. For whatever reason, it had to be a conversation prior to that. If you ask me, somebody had a conversation. Because all the times I've been there with this guy, we talk and we chill, we smoke together, probably had a drink here and there, you know. Had a lot of conversations every time I was there. What's up? What's up? And out of nowhere.
But now on this night, it's different.
Yeah, out of nowhere. You ain't safe. Where you gonna hide? You ain't good. You can play that tough guy stuff with her. You can play that tough guy stuff with her. You can't play that tough guy stuff with me. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm just sitting there on the futon like this with my back against the wall. Like, yo, bro, like. And he tries to walk up on me. Now, once that I get up till it was time to leave, and as we're going down the stairs and he's coming up, I just panic.
Would you pull your piece?
Yeah.
How many times did you shoot him?
I don't know. I just fired one shot.
Hit him in the arm, right?
According to reports, the housemate, whose identity remains private, was a father himself, and like any other parent, he wouldn't have wanted a man like Rashad anywhere near his kids. After all, Rashad was a walking threat, always carrying a gun under the guise of protection. The same gun he used that day on the housemate in an incident hauntingly similar to Alessia's.
I believe so.
But what happens after that?
I go into full panic mode. I start screaming, oh my God, what is this happening? Da, 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 da. I can't believe this. Like, I wanted to go back home to my kids. That's all I want. I don't go to my girlfriend's house to go harm somebody that I didn't even have problems with.
Yeah, they got no beef with.
Like, if I wanted to harm somebody, I probably would have tried to harm the guy that exposed me on social media like it was some type of joke. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, like your life is a joke. Like, because, you know what I mean, it don't cost him nothing to put that out on social media. You're the guy who's got to pay the price.
But then it costs me being out and having to be wherever I'm at.
Yeah. Now you got to be looking over your back. Now you got to be carrying a burner on you everywhere you go.
Illegally.
What'd you catch the felony for?
Which one?
The first one.
My first felony?
Yeah.
I believe it was a gun charge.
Alright.
I don't know what he was looking to do.
He's just acting kind of crazy.
I don't know what he was looking to do.
When do you get out of there? You have to leave at some point.
I had to leave. Eventually we just got out of there.
Alright. Cops weren't called or nothing that night?
I don't know what happened that night.
Oh, so you didn't stick around that long.
I just went. It's something I was like, bro, like, I just threw my life away right here for something that really wasn't even worth it, like trying to protect my life, my daughter, make sure my daughter's safe and my girl's coming. I just want you to know that's where it all began. After that, me and Alessia, it's like we lost ourselves and we were just running. And nobody understood me because I was the one that was going through it the most. Not saying she wasn't or anybody else wasn't. The guy, like whatever, like everybody was going through it, I'm pretty sure. But I feel like I had it the worst because even up until now, I was afraid of getting hit with something. I was just trying to protect.
Yeah, because that hangs over your head. You know what I mean? That
exactly.
You're always thinking about it in the back of your head.
That's the exact reason why I can't put food on my table because now I'm at home looking at lights go by my wall. Like, they're here, they're here.
Every time a cop passes your house, you're bugging out.
Bugging out.
Thinking they're going to kick down the back door.
Out. They're here for me, they're here for me.
Yeah.
They're here for me. That's them. Everywhere. Scared to jump in cars. That's them. They're here for me.
So I can see
it started.
Yeah. That prevents you from being able to go out, get a full-time job.
It prevents you from doing anything.
That's
you feel like every day is your last. When it feels like this cup of water could be my last cup of water.
That puts you on edge?
This could be my last free cup of water. Just imagine me sitting home at my kitchen table like this.
No.
My last cup of water, if I drink it, I go take a shit. It could be my last shit. They could be kicking out my door. I mean, in the shower, they could be coming to get me. You know what I'm saying? That's traumatizing.
No, of course. It's also no way to go through life.
It's no way.
You can't be living if you're looking over your back all
my
day.
whole life, any charge I ever caught, I went to jail for it.
Yeah, you answered for it. You moved on with it.
That's no
whatever
way.
it was. You get charged. You answer for it.
There's no way.
It's behind you.
There's no way to live life.
So I get that, man. I mean, that's. I can't say I've been in that situation, but I can get it from your point of view. Because that has ripple effects that causes issues.
A lot.
Has issues on you making money, has issues on you providing for your family, has issues with you relaxing, everything. So is that what starts causing problems between you and Alessa?
I think that's when it just started getting, you know.
Am I pronouncing her name right?
Alessia.
Alessia? Okay. So is that when it starts kind of getting a little rocky between you two?
A little bit. I mean, it was bad.
At this point, the kid's here?
My daughter wasn't here.
When was your daughter born?
She was born in February. Late February.
So are you guys like on again, off again, or are you guys pretty much steady after your daughter's born?
No, we were together.
Okay.
We remained together through it all. You know, dealing with each other's shit.
Yeah.
Her shit, my shit, her shit, my shit. It's just always our shit.
It's
everywhere we go, people be like, don't start with y'all shit. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It's
talking to you two.
Yeah, like.
You guys fight a lot?
Not really. Sometimes. Just little petty arguments. It's like, once we start talking about something, there's no ending to it.
Yeah.
It just becomes one thing to another thing.
It gets bigger.
To another thing. Yeah, it's a non-stop from 12 o'clock, from 10 o'clock at night, whenever the baby goes to sleep, till we go to sleep. We have arguments for like five hours sometimes, just talking about a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah.
I'll just say, please stop. Like, we don't have to argue.
And there's no stop to it.
Like, it's just no stop. Like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. Can we stop?
Rashad's habit of victim blaming makes one thing clear, that his relationship with Alessia was nothing short of a nightmare. His toxic, narcissistic behavior turned her life into a living hell, forcing her to move back in with her mother. Yet, despite all of this, Rashad remains oblivious to the detective's strategy. He doesn't realize that every question is leading him toward a confession, and by the time he does, it'll be far too late.
There's just no stop.
That would wear me thin pretty quick. That would wear me thin.
It's all your energy, because now you have to cook, you have to clean,
take care of the baby.
You have to take care of the baby. You have to, it's just so much going on to where you can't even think your own thoughts, especially when the time you're supposed to be relaxing, like a couple, movies, dinner, relaxing.
The time that you're supposed to be enjoying as a couple.
The time that you're supposed to be enjoying as a couple was just being sabotaged.
Just with constant arguments.
Constant arguments. I literally couldn't do anything.
And this was for months?
Months.
You two,
it progressed as arguments, and then it just started getting bad. Like, it's just.
Well, what would it get bad? How else, like, what would it progress to?
Us putting our hands on each other, you know. Disrespecting each other, calling each other out our name.
Yeah.
I ain't reported. Me getting stabbed.
Let me see.
It wasn't like, no, I panicked the first time getting stabbed, yeah.
Getting stabbed for the first time must surely be tough, especially when the wounds are nowhere to be found.
So these arguments,
it's like we always went through something, and then we always like
come back together. Yeah.
But it's like we both just blamed everything on that day, like how we both lost each other.
On that day in Westfield. I can get it.
All those months.
Were you guys living together?
No, we weren't living together.
So you were up in Wallingford. Where's she living?
Where was she living just now?
Yeah.
Oh, she was living with me all that time.
Oh, she was living.
No, actually, we've been spending whatever bread we came across.
Yeah.
Hotel here.
Yeah, but that's just for a couple nights here and there.
Yeah, that's what we spent a lot of nights in hotel.
So you were able to get enough?
Basically whatever was around.
I got you.
Just hotel at the hotel.
Just to be together. You two and your child.
Yeah.
Where's she resting her head when she's not at the hotel with you? Where's she resting her head?
We haven't been getting hotels lately. I'm just giving you the pattern
Yeah.
of what happened. It was hotels after what they did.
Right.
Running at the hotel.
And then
staying anywhere I can stay that wasn't where they would come, like, you know.
Yeah, I get it. You're kind of moving around a little bit.
It's bad, man.
So, were you guys together last night?
Yeah.
Whose place you stay at last night?
We went to a hotel.
Went to a hotel?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you go to?
Brantford.
Brantford? What hotel? Do you remember the name?
No. Some little cheap thing.
So you stayed at a Brantford hotel last night?
Mm-hmm.
What made you pick it? Just wherever you can get the cheapest room?
No, we usually went there a couple of times, you know.
Oh, so you've been to this hotel before?
Yeah.
Is this like right off the highway?
Yep.
All right. I think I know what you're talking about. So you spent the night there last night. How'd last night go together?
It was going good. I came there, even though we were shaky, like I came there with like the best energy, like.
Yeah.
And when I came there with the best energy, and I was like giving it my all, although she's been like, I was in a hole. Like I literally been in my room for like the last 4 days. If you want to write that down.
Up in Wallingford?
Yeah.
Just in a bad mental place?
No, I wasn't really in a bad mental place. It's just things that were going on. It was like the way she was acting was funny. So I had to pay attention to how she was acting, because I'm like, every time I come with you with love, you're just giving me hate, and I'm like, what's going on? Like,
I think she might be sleeping around, or?
That's exactly what it had to be, but that was like irrelevant compared to playing with somebody's time and life.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to be with me, we don't have to be together.
Say it, yeah.
Where's all our couple time? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All that couple time, it was every night. It was an every night thing. Like.
So you go to the hotel last night, you're in a good place, you're happy, you're looking to have a good night, and she's in a bad place, or what?
She was in a good place. We
she was too?
Got something to eat.
All right.
Went to Target.
You have your child with you?
Yeah.
What Target you guys go to? The one up in
Exit 9.
North Haven?
Yep. You mind if I get a usual later?
I got you, brother.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bro, there's no limit on these. You know what I mean? Have as many as you want. It's a tough conversation we're having, all right? So you go to the North Haven Target last night.
Yeah.
You remember what time?
I don't even remember. It wasn't that late.
Sun up or sundown?
Sun was up.
Sun was up still?
Yeah.
All right, so you run there. What are you picking up? Just
some things for the hotel, you know? It looks like everything's going well. You know?
good.
You know,
you guys get food? You guys get dinner?
Yeah, we ended up eating.
What'd you do? You pick up food up there? Or?
No, we picked up food. I forgot where we picked up food from.
You ever eat at that Chick-fil-A up that way?
No, I didn't eat from there.
Place is good. All right, so you're up there, having a decent night. You guys pick up food.
A decent night. We come in the telly.
Hey, I'm sorry, your child's with you?
Yeah.
All right.
So we come into the hotel. We get to the hotel. Everything's still fine. And then she goes to shower. I'm spending time with my daughter, and we're just chilling, whatever. Haven't seen her in a while, you know. So I was catching up with my daughter, and it was just, she's in the shower. I'm outside having a blast with the baby, taking care of her, put her to sleep.
Yeah.
Gave her a bottle, snuggled her, and then when she came out the shower, it's like she was just the same way, like just
back to her old self.
Just silent, just quiet, like something was bothering her. But if something was bothering you, you should say it.
So she's keeping it all to herself. So where all this went down wasn't too far from the house. What puts you on Lenox Street?
Because when I was driving, before I had went there, like she was taking me one route, And I was just noticing a whole bunch of like stuff, like, cause I've been paying attention.
Yeah.
So all my surroundings, like I can't pay attention to nothing else. Like there's no time for me because I'm too busy.
Yeah.
Just looking out, just being alert. Like.
So what are you noticing?
I just start noticing like funny vehicles like circling us, and like I've been seeing them all day. Like even when I was in Wallingford, so I'm like feeling boxed in. Like if I pull up at your house, like police are gonna like they're here. Like
I got you.
I felt trapped, boxed in, like they was coming to get us.
All right, so you're going down Lenox, you're approaching Clifton, and that's when it goes sideways. What happens, bro?
At that point, I don't know what happened.
Why did she get out of the car?
Because we were having a little dispute.
So you guys are arguing in the car?
Just a little.
Just a little.
Yeah.
And she's like, what?
She's saying like, I'm bugging, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I need help, like that.
All right.
Get out. I'm getting out, whatever.
She's saying I'm getting out.
Yeah, she stopped. And when she said when I stopped the car, she jumped out. And when she jumped out, I told her don't take my daughter.
Okay.
And then she was trying to take my daughter, so I attempted to pull off.
Yeah.
And she was just yelling, like calling the scene, like for no reason, like.
Like in the street?
Yeah, like it's like.
So she's yelling in the street.
Yeah, I'm like, I felt like I was just never gonna see my daughter again. Like
you just lost it.
And all the extra that was going on, it's like I really just lost it. Like I had enough.
Everything that's been piled on you.
Too much.
So what do you do?
I snap. I broke down. I didn't care about life. I immediately just opened fire. I don't even know how many times. I don't know where I was just shooting, but I was just shooting. I killed her, man. I killed her, bro. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You said that you killed her.
I killed her.
You know that she passed right
there? I
there?
don't know if she passed.
Yeah.
I know, man. I know.
She passed there.
I know, man. I know. Her family, I said. I'm sorry, y'all. I expect them to forgive me. Tell them I was supposed to die, too.
I'll tell them.
Tell them.
I will.
I was supposed to die, too. No, I wasn't supposed to come out the house. I wasn't.
And in the moment that seals his fate, Rashad finally confesses to the brutal crime he committed. Yet, even in admitting the truth, he clings to his fabricated story, insisting that he too was supposed to die. A claim as fictitious as the recordings he never managed to produce. In New Haven Superior Court on December 1st, 2022, Rashad Newton pleaded guilty to murder and first-degree assault, the latter stemming from a prior shooting incident on January 23rd, 2020 in West Haven. Nearly 2 months later, on January 26, 2023, Judge Gerald L. Harmon sentenced him to 35 years in prison for the murder of his girlfriend, Alessia Mesquita.
Hey! I got you on video! I got down and the kids were like, the guys were like pushing him and he was throwing rocks at him. And I hollered at him, leave him alone, you little punks.
On July 23, 2022, a fearless bystander recorded the vicious murder of Brandon York, a homeless man gunned down in broad daylight in Farmington, New Mexico. Brandon was shot 9 times before his killer fled, but justice was in swift pursuit. The brave witness stepped forward, igniting a citywide manhunt as detectives raced to uncover what sparked this horrendous homicide.
And then he starts picking up rocks. You're picking up rocks, you're throwing rocks at me, okay? And I started putting my head down like that. And then that's whenever I went ahead and I tried to go for his kneecaps to immobilize it.
And now, the case hinges on the question, will the bold actions of this spectator be enough to seal the killer's fate?
911, what is the address of the emergency?
It's at the Safeway gas station on Main Street. Some kids just shot a guy. They're getting into a blue Ford Ranger pickup in the Safeway parking lot.
Oh, some kids just shot someone? What the? Holy smoke.
With over 800 cameras feeding into their real-time crime center, Farmington police scanned the city to track down the fleeing gunman.
Yours with me. Farmington Police Department, show me your hands. Show me your hands. Stick your hands out the window. Stick your hands out of the window. Stand up. Stop where you're at. You, sir. Turn around. Both of you face away. Walk back towards me. Keep walking. We're gonna go up. Get down on your knees. Put your hands on top of your head. All right, you got hands. Thank you for cooperating.
The suspect, identified as Guermo Aguirre, was swiftly arrested and brought in for questioning. For a long time, most parts of the interrogation footage remained unreleased until now.
So, and your name is Guermo Humberto?
Aguirre, Humberto the fourth, yes sir.
Okay, and your last name is Aguirre?
Aguirre, yes
okay.
sir.
Let's see.
I'm sorry, I stink a little bit. I haven't showered in about a good 2-3 days. So
that's fine.
I'm trying to help homeless people, and I shouldn't even have my firearm on. But I acted in self-defense. I had to.
So that's what I want to talk to you about. You mentioned a girlfriend. Was she present?
She was not. She was going into Smith's. There's some people that live behind Smith's, or so it is Smith's, Albertsons. Where's that? The area in which I was in, that's Smith's, right? Safeway?
Safeway.
That's Safeway. Okay, I get mixed up with Smith's and Safeway. There's some people that live in that back lot over there, and my whole thing is I was trying to get a landscaping deal started, and what I was doing is I was going around town trying to find homeless people that may want to help me with that.
Okay.
So initially, landscaping. So I got some people involved. They were all smoking dope and shooting up. They were doing all kinds of drugs, and I just figured, I need to remove myself from the situation. In doing so, with me having to remove myself from the situation, one of the guys got up and started calling me a pussy, throwing rocks, and then he kicked over a lady that I know very well. Her name, we call her Mom. He kicked over her thing. Then he started picking up rocks and throwing it at me, and first of all, I should have been holding my gun like that instead of like that, because that makes it look very bad. But I just told him, you need to leave now, because he started, and the whole thing is I wasn't trying to hold him up. I wasn't trying to freak him out. I was just trying to get him to stop, but he was high on drugs, so he kept picking up rocks and throwing them at me. So as soon as that rock hit me in the back of the head, okay, I felt fear for my life. And that was an instant when I tried to go for his kneecaps to get him to go down, and I was going to call dispatch. But then what ended up happening is I shot him, and then he got up, and then he started saying he has a gun, and then he started reaching for something, and that was in the instant where I just unloaded on him.
At the crime scene, investigators documented the extent of Brandon's injuries in chilling detail. He was struck 5 times in the upper back, with bullets tearing through muscle and bone. 2 rounds shattered into his left leg, disabling his ability to stand or flee. Additional shots pierced both arms, leaving defensive wounds that suggested he had no chance to shield himself.
Okay, sir, are you okay?
Westbound on 30th.
Are you okay? Medics 1018, Mel, it does not appear to be breathing. I'm right at the entrance to Safeway by the gas pumps. Medics 1018, please. Multiple gunshot wounds.
And I would have never done anything like that.
Let's kind of slow down. I know you're giving a whole lot of information, which is what I definitely need.
Okay, you need me to go slower.
Yeah, so what's your girlfriend's name?
My girlfriend's name is Mackenzie. Of course. So Mackenzie wasn't involved. She was inside of Safeway. She came out to the truck with Gatorade and Pepsi, which is I was going to take it to the homeless people in the back. Okay.
So who was present?
Okay, so Mackenzie Woodworth was not present.
Okay.
She had nothing to do with it.
Not present.
She was not present, no. Now, I told my wife that I was going to walk over there and I was going to try to round up some homeless people and see if they wanted to get some landscaping going.
So she was unaware of this?
Unaware of the whole thing. She came out, she texted me and said, and it's all in my phone if you guys want to go through that.
Okay.
She was unaware, and she basically texted me saying, I'm out in the truck and I'm waiting for you. Okay? So I went out to the truck. We ran out to the truck, which the one thing is, you know, trying to catch up to Nick. I was trying to tell him something. I don't know if he heard me, but I was trying to say, we can't flee from the scene. You know, fleeing from the scene is probably the worst thing. He's all, come on, let's go home. So of course, in my mind, a flight or fight response kicked in, and I felt like, okay, it's time to leave then. You know, but then again, we should have stayed at the scene as it was, and then we could have handled it there instead. And then, I mean, it probably would have made the case look a lot better than it's looking right now. Because fleeing from the scene is a bad idea. And I know that because I'm working on my GED to become part of Farmington PD, but I don't know how that's going to look now.
Guillermo was already on the police radar, wanted in connection with a prior incident where he allegedly pointed a gun at another vehicle. Yet his primary concern was whether the incident would jeopardize his hopes of joining the police force. He insists he acted in self-defense, but his excessive detail and constant talking raised red flags, often a sign of overcompensation to make a story sound believable. And he didn't stop there. He staged the events to try to manipulate the truth.
Did this happen out in the parking lot?
The altercation with the firearm?
Yeah.
Yes, it did. And so you haven't been to the scene?
I have not been to this scene. I just want to identify people I need to talk, who I can round up. Here's a marker. Let's do this. So here is this huge building complex. You know, you got Best Buy, Petco, that clothing store, and then Safeway.
Okay.
And then we have we have this restaurant here.
Okay.
And then you have...
So where's Safeway at?
Safeway would be right here.
Okay, so in the parking lot, this is where I was parked. Okay.
You were parked here.
It's parked here. Okay. Now let's go up here. Okay.
In the back?
Just draw a square right there. Yeah. Okay. Now there's a square, that location, there's a hole in the fence in the back. You're going to find a couple holes in the fence. Okay. You go through that back area. You go up in there, there's a foresty area. You go all the way back there. That's where you're going to find Mom. That's where you're going to round up all these people.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure they're going to be fled before y'all get to them.
Where did the shooting happen?
So the shooting in the parking lot. So if my truck is right here, this is the outlet, right?
Yep.
That goes in the street.
To the main street, yes.
The shooting happened in this vicinity.
Oh, okay. Just right here, right off the main street.
Me and Nick walked from the truck all the way over there to see if we could help. We could get these homeless people to start working.
Okay.
And that was my whole thing. We were walking over. I had my firearm with me and I had my taser on me. Okay. Now, initially, I knew what I was getting into. I just had a bad feeling with the whole situation. So we walked into here, and there was a group of people here, obviously panhandling the stop signs right there, okay? Now, there was an individual that was laying down right here, okay? And that individual, native man, he was really high on drugs or whatever. So he was threatening this lady that was right here. As far as I know, he was threatening, and I just had got there, okay?
Okay.
Didn't know anything. The guy I shot, okay, was threatening to hurt somebody, or they were telling him he needed to leave because he was being disrespectful and a bunch of other things. So as soon as that happened, Ronald said, okay, you're going to have to tell that guy to leave. Okay, so I just got up and I said, look, Nick, I got to go, okay? I told Nick, he's all, no, you're going to stay with me, okay? Obviously, I stayed, okay, and I was just like, well, let's tell him to leave.
Guillermo insists he feared for his life, despite being armed with both a gun and a taser and having a friend by his side in public. Unlike most suspects who remain still and quiet, his restless body language and reenactment spoke louder than his words. His constant repetition of the same story suggested desperation, as he seems to be more focused on convincing the detectives of his innocence than to tell the truth. But what he doesn't realize is that his story is soon to collapse under the weight of damning evidence.
So he started yelling at me and he started calling us just all kinds of stuff, and he was high on drugs. So at first my plan was to walk back to the truck and call dispatch, but then I knew that Ron was there and Mom was there, and I know they do drugs, okay? So I didn't want to get them involved in that because they're junkies as is. They don't have a life.
Okay.
I'm trying to help them out. Now, as soon as that happened, this individual starts throwing rocks at me, picking up piles of rocks and throwing them at me. And I had 2 or 3 that hit me in the back of the head. As soon as he started throwing projectiles at me, he hit me in the back of the head. And then he started to reach for something. Okay, and in any type of footage, you know, I swear I saw him reach. As soon as he reached for something, I did pull my gun out and I did have it pointed at him. You know, or generally just pointed at him, get him to leave, say, you need to leave right now, because, you know, sense of, I didn't know if he had a firearm. I don't think he did. There's no reason he should have had one. But I was fearing for my life, you know. So as soon as I just saw him be picking up rocks and all this, then that's when I discharged rounds.
Okay.
And the whole thing that bothers me is that I was trying to go for his kneecaps, but he didn't do a damn, you know, I should have left at that point as soon as I discharged rounds, but it just, leaving, I should have stayed at the scene, period. I just didn't know how in the hell to handle it, you know?
Sure.
So then he started he was already on the ground. I should have let him be, but then I unloaded my magazine. I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
I had no intentions to hurt him. I had no intentions to do anything to him. I did not know who the individual was. I just knew that he was being crazy. He was kicking stuff around. He's throwing rocks. Honestly, if I had an air taser on me, it would have been better, but obviously I'm not a police officer, so I don't have anything like that. OC, nothing. I did not handle it in a proper way, so, you know, I feel like I'm going to be going to prison now because of the way that I handled that situation.
Guermo's self-defense claim crumbled the moment detectives discovered that Brandon was unarmed and defenseless. Guermo's remarks about the homeless, calling them junkies and dismissing their lives as worthless, exposed a condescension and a disturbing lack of regard for human life, insisting he was just trying to help them out. He speaks with a twisted sense of superiority, as if casting himself as some kind of higher power. Throughout the interrogation, Guermo showed no genuine emotion or remorse, and the longer he talked, the more his words peeled back the mask, exposing his true character. Guermo holds tight to his self-defense story, but detectives will soon uncover the one thing he cannot deny.
From what you remember, I need to place people at that corner.
Okay.
So Mom and Ronald were there, Nicholas was there.
Yes, sir.
And this guy was throwing rocks. Who did he throw rocks at?
He threw rocks at me and Nicholas was peacefully trying to get him to leave, and I was peacefully trying to get him to leave. As soon as I pointed my firearm at him, I said, look, you need to leave now. I felt threatened for my life, okay? So I pointed my firearm at him, okay, and I wasn't holding it properly, okay, but I felt threatened. And I thought he was going to walk away. He didn't walk away. He continued to aggress. And the whole thing is with me is I didn't know if he was going to chase me down. I didn't know if he's going to come. He's older than me. He's older than Nick. I didn't know if he's going to chase us down. I had no idea what was going to go on. So I used my firearm in self-defense. I had to do what I had to do. And, you know, I've lived with an alcoholic father for years. I've had to deal with stuff like that before. Now, in the case that I've never discharged around anybody, this is the first time that I've ever had to use my gun for, self-defense. And I should have never had it on me. Because I've seen cases like this. You know, I watch Blue Activity all the time. I've seen cases like this where the guy that acts in self-defense is the one who goes to prison, and plus, I don't even know if that guy is dead.
Oh. He says, well, you said I have a gun.
Yeah, very true.
And then you described him after throwing the rocks that he put his hand behind his back, what you were just demonstrating.
I went for the kneecap, he went like that, and I thought he was going to grab a firearm, so I just unloaded. But the way that I did it is I went like that.
Okay.
Okay, because I didn't know.
How close were you to him?
Okay, so it's a small room, okay?
Yeah.
So
is it a greater distance in this?
Yeah, so you're kicking. Okay, so he kicks a bluish tub, and then he starts picking up rocks. You're picking up rocks, you're throwing rocks at me, okay? And I started putting my head down like that, and he picks up another pile and he threw it at me, and then I just went like that. And then that's whenever I went ahead and I tried to go for his kneecaps to immobilize him. Okay, and it didn't work as well. He went like that, you know, he's like, what's that? That's a gun? So he's high as drugs, you know, obviously anybody sees a gun, they're going to run, you know, but everybody was just calm about the whole situation. So first I was about to just put it away and start running, but then I felt like he was going to get up. So then what I did was I just continued to unload on him.
And what was the second time, what was his body position?
His body position?
Yeah. You just put him on his knees.
I put him on his knees.
Okay.
And I didn't know what he was going to do, if he was going to get up and chase after me. I don't know. So his body position was like this. Okay, and my whole thing was then I just shot 2 or 3 more rounds, and then he fell to the floor, and he was done. And my entire thing is I was not aiming for the head. I was not. Center mass is what I was trying to aim for. It went from his legs to center mass, because the whole thing is the way that you know how recoil is, okay? Recoil went to center mass. He's trying to get his knees. And the whole thing is I just hope I didn't kill him, because that was not my thing. I was not trying to hurt that man.
So initially you were shooting at his kneecaps, and then when he went to the ground, or when he was on his knee, you went for center mass? Is that? I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Okay, the recoil caused me to go to center mass.
Okay.
Boom, boom, kneecaps, boom, boom, center mass.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Okay, so you're aiming for kneecaps, but the recoil was sending you to center mass. Okay, so you weren't intentionally shooting center mass.
I wasn't intentionally trying to kill him, no. I was trying to immobilize him.
Okay.
And whenever you question everybody, I don't know the guy from Jack. He was just aggressive. I don't know him from anywhere bad.
Guermo clings to denial, casting Brandon as the aggressor and leaning on a self-defense claim to reduce his charges. But the damning footage, captured by a courageous witness, tells a very different story.
Hey! I got you on video!
So, like I said, I'm Detective Juan Corva. So what can you tell me? What happened?
So I was coming to Chomos, and I pulled in from turning lane here, and I heard this gentleman. I don't know his name.
Okay, so hold on. You were coming from on Main Street?
Yeah. And I turned eastbound.
Okay.
And I heard the gentleman here tell him, "Leave me alone, you punks, from gonna slap me." And I just continued on my way, went and parked over in the red Toyota that's sitting over there in Chomos. And I got down, and the kids were the guys were pushing him, and he was throwing rocks at him. And I hollered at him, "Leave him alone, you little punks." And it wasn't stopping, so I pulled out my phone and started recording. And when I was walking towards them with the phone recording, the kid pulled out the gun.
What was the kid wearing, the one that shot?
I don't even know what the clothes were like.
Okay.
I'm just in the video.
Okay.
But I just know he had a ball cap on, and he had long, shaggy hair. The one that done the shooting.
Okay.
The video shows Guermo firing at Brandon, who collapsed instantly, only for Guermo to unleash another 8 to 9 rounds. When a witness screamed that she was recording, Guermo dismissed her with a callous, "Good for you." Investigators later recovered multiple shell casings, but no weapon was found on or near Brandon. The cell phone footage shattered Guermo's self-defense claim, revealing an unprovoked escalation of violence. Brandon's empty hands and a defensive posture made clear he posed no threat. Armed with this evidence, detectives pressed Guermo once again, offering him one last chance to tell the truth before confronting him with the facts that will seal his fate.
You said that you mentioned about the gun thing. When did that happen?
The gun happened, I'm pretty sure, after he kicked it, okay? I wish I could give you a whole...
Okay.
Once you see the video, you will see everything.
Okay.
If the streetlights are recording, business is recording, you guys do a full investigation, which I'm sure you will see all angles of what happened.
Okay.
But I'm going to give you the best of what happened. I'm not trying to lie to you in any way, shape, or form. So the guy kicks it, okay?
Okay.
Flies past, okay? Picks up gravel, starts throwing it, okay? This was in a time, I had told him to leave. I said, "Look, you need to leave now." Okay?
At what point did you get your gun out? Is the main key?
I got my firearm out as soon as, I got my firearm out as soon as he started rolling into threats. Started to get crazy, kicking, throwing, just all kinds of stuff. That's when I had my firearm out. I pointed at him and I said, "Look, you need to leave. You need to leave now." Okay? Because I felt like my life was in danger. I was protecting everyone else around me, but at the same time, I was protecting myself.
And this guy here was just kicking gravel?
Just acting crazy. He was high, drunk. I don't even know what he was on. It had to have been methamphetamine because he wasn't scared of the firearm. He's like, "You're this and that." And as soon as that happened, I brought it down from center mass to the kneecaps. I fired at the kneecaps. That'll be in the recording. You'll see that. Fired at the kneecaps. That's whenever he did that. And he's like, "What's that, a gun? This and that." And it's insane to me because everybody would react completely differently when they see a firearm. I was trying to defuse the situation, but I did it wrong. Period. You should never bring a firearm out unless the aggressor has a firearm. But then again, you never know if they have a firearm. That's why I was saying, reaching for something. As soon as his legs went down, I could have swore I seen him for reaching, okay? Reaching for something in his back pockets. And that's when I continued to just let it out, because I did not have any brain. Yeah, I didn't know if he had something on him. I didn't know if the individual was going to get back up, because people on meth, they could take a lot. They could take a beating. So I didn't know if he's going to get back up, try to get me, pull me down, take my firearm, and then start shooting everybody else. I don't know.
Okay.
Take my taser, beat somebody with it.
What you just described here to me, when did the rock thing happen? Okay.
The only thing that bothers me is that, did you guys find a firearm on him?
No.
No firearm.
No. And then we saw the video. I saw a video and
was it how I explained it? Or was it
it shows him throwing a rock at you.
not a rock, a good chunk of rocks.
Okay. I just saw like a single rock that he threw, and then I saw you had your gun behind you.
Yes, sir.
And it shows when you shot him in the leg and he went down.
Yes, sir.
But right after that, we just hear pop, 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 like just you unloaded on him. So with the positioning of the rounds, they were all mostly on one side of his body. They were.
Did no more in his legs at all?
He did get his legs, but also from when we've talked to a few people and people in the area. One was the lady that recorded it, and another male who was driving or had just parked. And he basically gave us a different version. Both of them gave us the same version, but different from you. He said when he went to the ground, you just unloaded on him. He was not getting up. He was down on the ground when he shot him. The video that I saw was not a full, like I said, we saw the first shot. He goes down on the ground, literally.
It was not my intention to kill him.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
He went to the ground, and it was not even a second later when you shot the rest of the rounds. So all this information was relayed to the district attorney's office. He was here. He was able to. I briefed him on everything, and his recommending charges. And it's going to be second-degree murder we're going to be charged with, and I'm working on it right now. But also the other incident.
Charged with murder because that was self-defense.
Murder in the second, and you'll have a self-defense argument. You can bring it up at court.
So I'm going to jail tonight.
You are going to jail, and mainly the first thing you're going to go to jail for is the other incident. So the other incident from the other night, we actually have been looking for your vehicle.
The footage reveals an atrocious overkill. Guermo kept firing even after Brandon collapsed, leaving no doubt that his actions were deliberate. The witness's heroic act became the key that secured justice. But was it a rash act in the heat of the moment, or the cold calculation of a twisted killer preying on the homeless? Guillermo Aguirre was charged with second-degree murder. He pleaded guilty and received a 15-year prison sentence, which as of the upload of this video, he is currently serving at the Lay County Correctional Center in Hobbs, New Mexico.
She's been punched, teeth broken, bit in the back of the head by a dog, possibly. He dragged her by her hair, across the floor, up the stairs. That's abuse.
This is Taishelle Martin, a 34-year-old woman at the center of a shocking criminal investigation. Detectives are now uncovering the horrifying secrets she kept hidden for years. She is suspected of committing unspeakable acts against 9-year-old John Maria Sessions, many of which were captured on the home's security cameras and later recovered by investigators from thousands of video recordings.
Is that what happened to her?
What happened to that?
Well, her gone.
Despite the horrors already uncovered, Taishelle's darkest acts remain hidden. When footage and autopsy revealed John Maria's brutal suffering, it left seasoned detectives shaken.
2,820 photo videos. I know that number because I've watched every one of them more than once.
My child is not. She's hurting and she's swollen and she's not responding.
On March 5th, 2024, Florida's Child Welfare Agency received a report of a possible abuse involving John Maria Sessions' sister, Jalaya. A sergeant reviewed it, but closed the case within minutes. Over the following months, the violence inside the home escalated. On June 15, 2024, security footage showed Taishelle ordering her Rottweiler to maul Maria while she simultaneously kicked, dragged, and beat her, at one point threatening, "I'm fixing to kill her." On June 17, 2024, Maria was found unresponsive. Her body was covered in bruises, burns, and dog bite marks, leading the medical examiner to rule it as a homicide. On August 28, 2024, both Taishelle and Maria's father, Juan Sessions, were arrested, and interrogations soon exposed the depths of their cruelty.
Do you need anything? Do you need a bathroom or drink water or anything before we get started? I have no money. Okay. And I know this is an uncomfortable way to update you on this case, but as long as you want to and you're willing to talk to us, we'll give you a case update and then talk to you if you're willing to talk to us. I wanted to meet you. I've never met you, of course, you know that. And kind of talk to you woman to woman also, because I think you only talk to the dudes, and I think this case is a little more complicated than some people are giving it credit for. They're looking at it in a black and white medical sense, and I see a little bit more to it than that. Maybe not, but get your take on that if you're willing. I don't know. I see a young lady who's watching 5 kids, sometimes 6 kids, on her own, with no help from Juan, it looks like. I mean, he's working, he's going to school, I get that, so. I know one of your children is autistic, right, too. And everyone that I haven't talked to, but I've seen the interviews, say that Jamaria was, God rest her soul, quite a handful. She'd steal things and lie about things and lie about stealing things. And so anyway, I wonder if there's more to the story than just the black and white. You know, I mean, you can tell us if that's the case, if you're willing to. But you can wait on. Take some more, sir. So I don't have to regurgitate anything that you say to us. Yeah. I'm sorry, though, that you and your family are going through this, no matter what happens. I'm sure it's difficult one way or the other. I can't imagine. A lot of kids myself, and obviously you have several kids. I didn't operate it. Okay. I did have. I'll scoot over so you don't have to play tennis ball with your neck to look at both of us. We were chatting, but we didn't really get into anything.
All right. Right now, you're the only person arrested, so we kind of want to hear your story. We think that there's more people involved in this that should be sitting in the chair you're sitting with, too. So, I want to hear from you. What happened?
Honestly, I can't say how she passed away. When I found her, she was sleeping. All I can say is, she did receive whoopings. The girls told me that she fell that day when I was asleep. When I was sleeping, I did not witness that fall. I don't know how she passed. I don't know how she passed away. I honestly don't.
Okay. How did she get the pinch marks all over her body?
I have pinched her before, but from what I saw, I didn't pinch. I didn't do all of that.
Did anybody else pinch her?
Yeah.
Who?
Dad.
Dad?
Taishelle speaks in a calm, almost rehearsed tone, as if she's clinging to a fragile story. Her chilling detachment is evident from the way she describes the unthinkable as if it were nothing. But the evidence carved into Maria's body tells the real story, and that casual front she's putting on won't hold for long. For hours, detectives corner Taishelle, unraveling her lies and exposing every evasive answer as she stubbornly refuses to admit the full extent of her role in Maria's injuries.
So what kind of abuse or what kind of discipline would Lawan use on Jamaria?
What you mean, like use?
Like whoopings, or timeouts?
Like if she got in trouble.
Like if she got in trouble for something, what would be the recourse that Lawan would do?
I mean, initially it'll start out with maybe having to run in place. That's a lot of things that he would tell her to do, or they would have to stand on the wall sometimes, and then it eventually resulted into a whooping.
But they just wouldn't listen? Like you tell them to run in place and they would do it for a minute or two and then that would turn into a whooping, or what do you mean?
If they said that they didn't want, like told him that they didn't want to do it anymore or whatever like that, yeah, then it would turn into a whooping.
Okay. And when you said that you disciplined her, how was your discipline?
Initially, I would just contact him a lot of the times and ask him what do he prefer her do. I would honestly let him talk to her on the phone, or, he would, talk to her on the camera. A lot of times he would just beep in and talk to her over the camera. And she would listen to him through there, and I whooped her before. I believe they came in October. Jalea came in day one with problems. Eventually, she just let us know, hey, my mom and my grandma, my nana told us that they don't like y'all, and I'm not going to listen to y'all. It went from that to her purposely doing things to the girls' things and just doing things around the house, and, telling her dad what she's not going to do, etc. All that.
So when you say things, what things? What were they doing? What
she took peppermint oil and would put it in the girls' makeup sponges. So like, she would purposely piss around the house, saying that she didn't want to go to the toilet. They were stealing the other kids' stuff, purposely just hiding it to. Basically, she knew what she was doing.
The way Taishelle talks about Jamaria's so-called mischief is astounding. She paints the behavior of a 9-year-old as something sinister, as if normal childhood quirks were proof of evil. It's a disturbing glimpse into her mindset, where playfulness becomes defiance and innocence becomes malice. She isn't describing a child, she is justifying herself. Throughout the interrogation, Taishelle's attempts to demonize Jamaria stand in stark contrast to the overwhelming physical evidence of abuse, thinking she can portray herself as a victim of an out-of-control child.
Yeah, you told me on the scene that day that you guys got into a fight because you wouldn't have him anymore. Is that part of the issue?
It's like mainly the whole thing, because, I stopped having for him to leave the relationship, and all that turned into a lot.
Right. So he leaves on the 13th in the morning, catches an Uber, goes lives with his mom, whatever. You said he came back. When did he come back? Do you know?
I don't know if that was the Friday night, I believe.
What time do you know, roughly?
It was like around 9-ish, maybe.
And he showed up at 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
And what happened then? Well, how did you get there? Let's start there.
I honestly don't know. That's what my daughter told me.
Okay.
She said,
so you weren't home?
No, I was home. I was sick, so I was in the bed a lot.
Okay, so who answered the door?
I don't know how he got in the house.
Okay. Does he know the passcode to the doors? He does? Okay. All right. So what does he do while he's there?
Home.
He's just home? Like, what does he do while he's there? Like, does he just go to bed? Or
Talking about that Friday?
Yeah, that Friday night.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My daughter saw him.
Right, but what do you do?
I was in the other spare room.
So you don't know?
I wasn't around. I didn't want to be nowhere near him.
You know how long he was there? No? Okay. But you heard him say something to Jamaria, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that was what?
I'll be back to get you. And then someone had sent me a text of him reaching out to someone on her mom's side of the family to get her Sunday or whatever. That's why I was like, when he was telling someone that he didn't know she was there, I was like, that's a lie, because how did you not know she was here? All the girls are here. How did you not know she was here? Yeah, I understand. I sent you that text, but that was when I was unaware, where we both know she's here now, so I didn't understand why he was running with that lie. He basically told her, "I'll be back to get you."
Okay.
I don't know if it's because he knew the flight was already booked or whatever.
Which flight?
To go to California.
On the 16th? Okay. So let's talk about the 16th. Oh, let's back up. So 14th, 15th, did Jamaria get in trouble at all? Did she do anything to be disciplined? Was she, and what kind of discipline was that?
So she was, I can't remember everything she did. She was definitely, she had to clean up. I told her to clean up because I couldn't watch her every step of the way due to me being sick that week. I don't know what her dad told her that she was in boot camp and she had to run on a treadmill and do squats and run in place and stuff like that. I just had her cleaning up.
Taishelle repeatedly tries to weasel out of responsibility, portraying herself as the softer parent and claiming she was a victim of her husband's abuse just as much as Jamaria. Yet the interrogation reveals a glaring contradiction between her narrative and reality, exposing the hollow excuse beneath her facade.
Did you guys take her to the doctor for it? I mean, teeth injuries are pretty painful.
No, she didn't. No.
She didn't complain about it or anything?
No, I didn't even see it. She didn't even show it to me.
Well, I know that you told me on the day that we first met that you remember giving her 2 popsicles on the 16th, the day before she passed. Do you remember doing that still?
I thought I had. I thought she had asked. I gave her permission to have the popsicles.
These popsicles on freshly broken teeth be a little painful, right? You ever had toothache?
But it had happened days before that. Like, I don't remember the exact day, but I know that she had stated that like at least maybe 3 days. Honestly, he had the same thing, and I didn't know how he had his on, and I was just like.
You're talking about Lil Long fell off his bike and he broke his teeth? He went to the hospital and he broke his teeth. Did it hurt?
That's what he told me.
Right. Well, that's what he told me too, but he told me it hurt and he went to the hospital because of it and wanted some pain meds. Alright, so let's go back. Alright. So, Carnival cruise ship, you said that she signed herself out, right? Alright, so this is a statement form from Carnival Cruise Line. This is from the person that was the counselor that day on your ship that did talk to Jamaria that day. And this is a report from her saying, I mean, you can read it if you want. You're logged in and Tortia's logged in.
Mm-hmm.
Until after this incident, that was the only 2 phones that are registered with Vivint to have access to the system. When you set up your account on your phone, it logs that data. Okay, so we know whose phone is doing what.
Okay.
So when I asked you earlier what happened on the 12th, I'm asking you that because there's a bunch of videos that were deleted on the 12th. And they were only deleted by one user, and that's either you or your mom. So I'm asking you what happened on the 12th to cause a bunch of videos to be deleted. If Something happened where you hit Luan, I don't care. He probably deserved it, to be honest with you. So I'm just trying to understand the dynamics inside the house.
You know, like, just basically, there was a big argument between him and I, about a lot of the stuff that was going on.
Did you know he was having an affair?
No.
And that while you were in Miami on your way back up, and he had your car and he was cleaning it, that he was meeting with this girl and is basically having a child with him? No idea? Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what caused this animosity, what caused this fight.
The fact that I wasn't having him, and if you go through my phone,
right,
you would see the history of that all the time. But he was trying to do evil stuff to me a lot. So it's like I couldn't do nothing but try to stay home and protect the kids, you know, and stuff, because I just didn't know what he would. My main goal was just to get him out of there.
Right.
And you know, that day, you know, he was hiding stuff. I was hiding his stuff. Well, basically my stuff, his stuff, that because he had stole something from somebody, and I was trying to hide it to like show it for evidence, just in case he did something to me. And basically I didn't want to be seen with that stuff.
By now, the pattern is unmistakable. Cruelty dressed up as discipline, neglect excused as fatigue. Taishelle normalized brutality to the point it became forgettable, stripping Maria of dignity until all that remained was silence and blame. What comes next crosses a line even the darkest cases hadn't dared.
Who do you recognize in those photos?
Maria and myself.
And what about Azaria?
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay.
What happened? Something happened, because that's not the way that you normally act. I've talked to people. You were a good mom. You helped other parents with their kids. You did their hair. What happened?
That day,
we all make mistakes.
I don't know if that was the moment that they came to me saying that she was punching the pillow, or what that moment was about. I can't remember.
What was going through your head?
I mean, what was probably going through my head was that probably like, I'm tired of talking to you. Listen, do what you're supposed to do. You know, a lot of times I just felt like I was the one protecting her, you know, for her to turn around and not listen to me when I'm the one keeping you protected from your dad. So I did have moments that I did react to being tired of her not listening to me.
Okay. Do you remember what she had not listened to on that day?
That's what I was trying to think of. I think it was the fact that she was being... I think it was the thing that made me react like that, because I felt like she's too little of a girl to be talking about and asking my older girls about, and asking them why they want tape and stuff like that. I just probably was overwhelmed with all of that.
So in our line of work, usually if we see something in a 9-year-old that says that, it makes us wonder where they learned it from, right? And if she didn't learn it from you, who's the other guy figure she has in the house?
Right.
So I understand it's frustrating that she may be asking questions like that, but there may be an underlying reason as to why she's asking those questions.
Well, with me, I will always ask her. I will always try to get down and get her understanding from her. And she was just like, she saw her auntie doing those things, and they were allowed to have a boyfriend before they moved with us and stuff.
On the 15th, when you kicked her down, punched her or kicked her in the gut, kicked her in the back, stomped her head, grabbed her by her hair, dragged her across the floor, had the dog like he's gnawing on her face, right? And she's at the bottom of the stairs and she's lifeless and helpless and limp. And you're yelling at her to get the f*** up. Go upstairs, get the f*** up. This wants me to kill her.
Yeah, I was.
Okay, so question for you. Does that look good or does that look bad?
No, it looks bad.
Okay. Is that abuse?
Just words.
No, it wasn't just words. You kicked her repeatedly. You stomped her head. You kicked her in the back, kicked her in the stomach. You dragged her by her hair across the floor, up the stairs. So that's abuse. I don't know how you want to define that. That's not discipline. That's not corporal punishment. That's not a scare tactic. That's straight up abuse. So if you're asking me honestly, did you abuse her? Yeah. Yeah, this wasn't like I hit her on the butt once with a belt and she moved, so I got her lower leg type argument. This is pretty bad. And the video is pretty bad.
We don't have videos of Leanda in that, whether it be because you deleted them, the ones of him, or he was smart enough not to do it on video. But as far as spending so much time with you, asking you, because your kids have already told us no, what, if anything, he had to do with it? Because he ain't going to throw himself in front of the bus for you, I'll tell you that.
Here's the reality. Azaria knows the truth. She stood there, right, when this happened. She watched the whole thing go down. She even moves over so she can watch it continue, which is sad. The other part of this is Denia's upstairs at the top of the stairs at the same time this is all going on downstairs, so Denia hears it. And they're both telling me, Mom never touched anybody. She's a good mom. She never puts her hands on anybody. Do I show your 11-year-old that video? Or do I let her believe her mom's not putting her hands on people? Which one would you prefer me to do? Because I haven't shown them the video yet.
I mean, they know they know that was us. They know that happened.
Listen, we all make mistakes. I know. You have a lot. This kid is a lot. Lawan is a lot. You're going through a lot. You're a single mom. You got all these kids there. You have no help. He won't bring you food. You're always complaining to him about how you're always starving and he's only out for himself and there's no money and you're having to ask your mom for help. You're stressed out. I get it. 100%. It's not an excuse, but it is an explanation.
Yeah. I did have a moment, but
there's more than one moment. Yeah, I would say that you had moments because there's a lot of videos that are not in your favor. And they're evidence. They're going to be played.
Stuff that I just can't even recall. It's a lot going. It's a lot in that relationship. So just from that alone, that was enough to kill her?
If a mosquito lands on you and it's sucking your blood and you have two choices. You can move your arm, make it fly away, or smack your arm and kill it. That quick of a decision is premeditation. All right, so I'll call your mom tomorrow and get that phone number from her. And then we'll figure all that out.
Did you say Katoya?
Yeah, Katoya.
Martin?
Yeah.
And who?
Veronica Cobb.
And they what information did they have again? I'm sorry.
Witnesses of the abuse.
Okay.
All right. Anything else for us? All right.
It's the restroom.
So can you sit down here?
Yeah, I can help you with.
The mask slips for good. Taishelle's justifications collapse into silence. Her lies dismantle one by one. Right up to the bitter end of the interrogation, she refuses to confess, a chilling reminder that someone who should never be a parent carries the title of mother. However, even without a word of admission, the evidence speaks clearly, leaving no doubt that justice enacts itself for little Jamaria. What remains is the unbearable truth. A mother became her daughter's tormentor, and a little girl's voice disappeared forever. After the August 2024 arrest, the case advanced to court. On September 24, 2024, a Lake County grand jury indicted Taishelle Martin for first-degree murder, aggravated child abuse, and neglect, while Lawan Sessions faced aggravated manslaughter charges. On October 16, 2024, prosecutors sought the death penalty, calling Taishelle's acts exceptionally cruel. Evidence included video footage, autopsy reports, and text messages. On February 5, 2025, Taishelle denied killing Jamaria, but prosecutors called it death by 1,000 cuts, ultimately sealing her fate.
What's going on with you? I hear you got a problem.
I have had a problem for 7 years. I need her away, gone.
This is how Deputy Jason Ison came into the life of a woman named Tara Lambert. He approached her under the guise of a hitman, offering calm assurances. In truth, he was there to uncover a murder plot, listening closely and waiting for her to say just enough.
I mean, what do you want done with her?
Oh my god. Just put her in a chopper, like one of those lumberjack chopper things.
Deputy Jason had Tara apprehended, and she was brought in for an intense interrogation. The entire truth behind her disturbing plot was about to come to light.
You had talked to an undercover deputy sheriff today. Will you make arrangements and give him $125 to have her killed?
Deputy Jason became the center of the case when he learned of Tara's murder-for-hire scheme. He came to know about it through Jenny. She was Tara's friend, who was growing increasingly uneasy as Tara frantically searched for someone to carry out a killing. Acting on Jenny's report, he coordinated a controlled meeting for July 28, 2015 in the Circleville Walmart lot. Tara showed up. Believing her plan was advancing, little did she know that the plan was never hers, but Deputy Jason's.
This is Dee. This is Tara.
What's up, girl? How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thanks.
What's going on with you? I hear you got a problem.
I have had a problem for 7 years.
Really? 7?
Yeah, and it's gotten to the point where, she knows I've been wanting this for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I need her away, gone.
Okay.
I'm communicative. So, okay, she lives in Lucasville.
Okay.
Okay, and it's on State Route 104, and there's nothing across the street. It's like woods and a river, right? And if you pull in this driveway, there's like a nice house to the right that's like brown and has a pool, and that is her mother-in-law. And then on down to the left, you can still see it plain as day from the driveway, but that is her trailer. So my thing is, it's gonna be weird if something happens to just her trailer when there's a nice house, right next door. If it's gonna happen at her house. You know?
Okay.
And then I want whatever happens or whenever it's going to happen, I just want it on a weekend when the girls are with me, obviously. That helps my alibi and keeps them away from all that. Which is every other weekend.
This coming weekend?
Yes. Yes.
So then they'll be back down Lucasville the following.
Right. And then back up here. And we never miss a weekend. So
Okay.
if you start from this weekend, whatever weekend you want to do it. So, and I have her picture and some lovely information for you.
Okay.
I hate her. It feels so shitty, like when you can't get to your own money.
Right.
Like, what the? I could have, I could have got it out of my business, but it'd be really strange, and I wouldn't be able to account for it on the stuff.
You don't know what any of these. She drives the maroon van?
Or the black Saturn. He drives a red truck. Is there anything else like that you would need to know?
What'd you say about the house again?
So like in the driveway, it's kind of like a lane, I guess, more than a driveway, because like that's why her address is 12735A, because it's a trailer on this woman's land, which is her mother-in-law.
You don't want her with?
I mean, kind of, yeah. It would look better because, like, why would you go straight to that trailer when there's a badass house right here? You know what I mean? And nothing else around that area in the boondocks is touched. It would just kind of look
stupid.
Yeah. Exactly.
So,
it would look pinpointed. And you never know what color her hair is, but she's the only mom.
Does she live with a dude?
Yeah, she's married. But he is like, he works all day and then he plays in a band and he's like constantly gone. I should have wrote that down. It's called Waiting on Aaron. I know, so dumb. But that's the band name. So
Waiting on what?
Aaron, Aaron.
Are they on Facebook?
Yeah, and he like has me blocked, I think, because he hates my guts and I hate him. So you would be able to see like their schedule. Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you want done with her?
Oh my god. Just put her in a chopper, like one of those lumberjack chopper things.
Well, it's carry a lumberjack chopper. But.
No, I'm just kidding. Like, that's how much I hate her, though.
Deputy Jason first found out Tara's desire to kill her target, Kelly Cook. Cook was married to a man named Sean and raising 2 teenage daughters from her previous marriage to Brandon, who was Tara's current husband. This was a situation fueled by a hostile custody battle over visitation. With the details secured, Jason set the trap. Tara was moving toward it without recognizing the danger closing in around her. As the conversation continues, she unknowingly begins to give away the very evidence that could be used against her.
So, I'll just walk straight up, shoot her in the grill. You said the dude is gone all the time. Do they have guns?
A lot. He does, but they're locked up in a safe and like covered with a bunch of like clothes and stuff. He can't get to that safe like fast. And with the kids in there, he always has it locked up. He would not be able to get to that, unlock it fast enough to come back out. He can go to it if you want. If he starts trouble or if he ends up being there. If the red truck is there, he's there.
So he
Although then again, the band comes in their van and picks him up, so I can't say that.
So if he's there, you want him to go too?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't mind.
I mean, it's your grand.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be easier for all of us to not us, but like me and my husband and everyone not to be pinpointed at all if he's gone, because no one else knows me. No one knows my business. They wouldn't be like, this has to do with Tara. This has to have to do with Tara. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you may be thinking 2 weeks?
Whenever.
2 to 4 weeks, we'll put it that way.
Whenever.
And then,
and I don't know how, but I can get you more cash before you even do it. Whatever you want. It's just today, card had my card, and I don't have time to go to Worthington and get that for you. So.
All right.
I told him you're good.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, in more ways than one, I'll get it. I have it.
All right. So here in a couple weeks, I'll probably slide back down here.
Okay.
Drop off a burner phone to her.
Okay.
And she'll give you the burner phone.
Okay.
I take it you want some type of proof that they got.
Of course. That's when the rest of your day will come. Which I will have as soon as I get the word.
Okay.
I'll have it ready, but I'll bring it as soon as I get the word. Whatever we gotta do to get it to you.
All right.
Deputy Jason smartly gauges the depth of Tara's intent. She admits she has no issue if Brandon, her own husband, dies in the crossfire. She outlines the plan with chilling clarity. Shadow Kelly's grocery runs and school pickups using photos and car details, carry out a silent hit, then run the body through a wood chipper for total erasure. Unfortunately for Tara, none of this will happen. What will happen is that Jason will collect tapes, cash, and maps, assembling evidence that will bury her. In the next few moments, he secures her confidence in the plan, which exists solely to position her as a suspect in the eyes of the law.
So happy about this. I know that's so bad, but even my girls, I think if they could pay people to do this, they probably would. They hate her so bad. So don't feel bad about that.
I don't feel bad about it. None of it.
Good. That's really good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to know. She doesn't work, so she's home all day. She's a loser. Cry baby. I don't know.
There you go.
Can you think of anything else that you would need to know? Which, of course, you can go through her to get to me or whatever, but...
Right. All right. Sound good?
Okay. So excited. Very, very good. You the man.
All right, girl.
I really appreciate this. I owe you like everything.
Be easy.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much. Jenny?
Yeah, love you.
I love. Oh goodness.
She had despised Kelly since marrying Brandon and wanted full custody of her stepdaughters. Years of resentment had become an obsession. In Tara's mind, eliminating Kelly was the only solution. She was experiencing pure euphoria, as if Christmas had come early. However, Deputy Jason was already building her case file. He collected tapes, $125 in cash, photos, and her talk about using a wood chipper. After the July 28, 2015 Walmart meeting in Circleville, he turned the evidence over to Pickaway County detectives. Detective Ryan Mills then took control of the interrogation, and Tara was nowhere near ready for the reality checks that were about to shatter her delusions.
You had talked to an undercover deputy sheriff today when you make arrangements and give him $125 to have her killed.
No.
And it is on tape and on video.
No. Jenny. I have messages. I can show you where she
What's
had...
Jenny have to do with it?
She was with me. She was there.
Well, tell me, you're saying Jenny.
Jenny.
What did she do?
Okay. I can show you the phone calls. I can show you the messages where she is talking about how she can have Kelly beat up or something of the nature to scare her. And then she talks to this guy, and then I can show you the messages that she says, you can't back out of this, you need to bring some money, this guy is no joke, da-da-da-da-da, you need to go to the bank, how much can you bring right now? And I'm like, what am I supposed to do, like, if this guy's a killer, or, you know, he's going to beat her, what is he going to do to me if I don't follow through with beating her up?
How does Jenny know her?
Just a lot of people know her.
Jenny don't have anything to do with her, does she?
She's the one that wants to help her get her ass beat.
No.
Yes.
you're the one that wants to have her killed.
I don't want her killed.
Well,
I want her beat up. He said he was going to punch her in the grill.
Tara, there is, those phone calls that you talked to her about was recorded.
What?
Yes, they are recorded. And it's you that wanted to have her killed. And yes, at first, there is where you talked about, well, if I want to hurt, I want to permanently hurt. Do you remember saying that?
No.
Well, I can play it for you. But you said it. And then you said, well, you know, is it going to cost more to go to make it look like an accident? You remember saying
no,
that?
No, she said that they could make it look like an accident. She was like selling it. Like, we can make it look like an accident. It could be
when they do it, I don't want the girls to be there. When
because they were going to make a robbery look bad or something.
Yeah.
No killing.
But was that your request? Why did you give them the money to do it then?
Because she's like, you better get this money today. He's coming here. He said he can't come down here. If he comes down here and he wastes his time, blah, 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 blah.
It wasn't like all that.
Yes.
It's recorded.
She said, you have to come up with something right now.
Everything that you talked about is recorded.
She said, you have to come up with something right now.
What did you tell her? That you would get the money, you would bring it to her, right?
I said, I don't know how to get you more money.
No, I'm talking about
yesterday.
Yeah. You said, well, I can get $500.
No, she asked me if I can get $500.
Yeah.
And I said, maybe.
Well, it all started out was that you were asking her, how much would this cost to do it, all this. Do you remember saying that?
That is not how that started.
It didn't?
No. No.
In the first phone conversation?
No. She is the one that called. I can show you where she's like, you need to delete this conversation. Because she's the one that called.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Detective Ryan Mills bears down on Tara, blocking every escape route she tries to create. It becomes clear that Tara wanted to do much more with Kelly than just get her beaten up. Mills now has all the evidence stacked against her thanks to Deputy Jason. He's about to corner Tara from every angle, exposing her elaborate plan in spectacular fashion.
You did talk about having her killed, right?
No, I mean, it came up, but I don't want her dead. It came up, yes.
And you talked about it.
And I said, I just want her to leave me alone, blah, 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 blah. And then he said, all right, I'm going to go in. And I even said, Jenny, didn't you say that this is going to be a robbery gone bad? And she was like, yeah. Because she said that that's what she discussed with him. That was like their plan. And I was like, okay. I mean, it just, and then to his face, he said, I'm going to deck her in the grill and leave. I don't care about her. And then he asked about Sean. I told him how to know if he's there, but I don't care about him. Like, I don't need him hit or whatever. And I told him about the gun.
What about Brandon? Does he know this
Not at all.
was going?
He knows that I want her whooped. I mean,
okay.
But he has no idea I've like talked to someone about it.
Did you and Brandon talk about it?
No.
A whole long time ago?
No.
I mean, you indicated.
He wanted me to do it.
Brandon wanted you to kill her?
No. Just to whoop her.
Okay.
Yes. He's like, you should have whooped her a long time ago. He hated that we got along at all, ever. And we got along for like 8 years. Really well.
Okay.
I don't hate her. And we have an appointment
I
to
don't
go.
understand that because you did indicate,
I want her to stop.
You indicated that you hated her on when you were talking in the conversations.
I don't, though. I don't.
You don't mean that now. You mean
I don't hate her. And that's why we are about to go to counseling, like,
right.
in a couple, I mean.
You did hate her. And
I hate her when
you talked
she does
about
this stuff.
having her killed.
But I
That
didn't.
came up.
That
You
wasn't
talked
the
about it.
agreement.
Okay.
It was to deck her in the grill.
Okay.
That is a punch in the mouth, in the face.
Okay.
That's it.
Well, I guess the tapes will speak for themselves.
Yeah, he's gonna deck her in the grill.
Okay.
And do like fake robbery for like $1,000.
How much did you give him today?
$100, I think.
100 or 125?
I think 120, I think.
Okay.
But I gave him a 5.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm asking you.
Maybe it was. I don't know. 120.
What about, how much do you owe him after that?
He said 900.
Okay.
But then he was like, well, this is your $1,000. And that's when he was asking, you know, he said, all I am going to do is deck her in the grill and leave. And then he said, or then we talked about like her belongings or whatever.
Okay.
And then he said, well, what about her dude? And I said, I don't really care about him. And then he asked if I wanted like the in-laws messed with. And I said, well, I don't know, it's going to look really weird that you go to a trailer and rob them and not touch, you know, the nice house. So I don't know what you're going to do about that. That was it. No murder. The word murder.
It had came up. You had talked about it.
It was not agreed.
Okay. You had talked about it, correct?
I just wanted her punched in the face.
Tara was very confident despite knowing that Detective Mills had the entire footage of her with the fake hitman. She's telling the truth, but she's also conveniently twisting the narrative to make it sound like she only wanted Kelly beaten up. She may not have used the word murder, but she did say she wanted her gone, which in any book means the same thing. Up next, she'll try to villainize Kelly and cook up ridiculous justifications for having her attacked, although none of this can save her now.
But it's really been about the year that, I mean, she's been making Brandon miserable for 15 years. But that was not the final verdict for me. And I swear on that. I don't know. I'm sure you guys hear all that all the time, but I promise. And I will swear on the Bible, whatever you want.
Well, it is what it is, and we can't change it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And I will admit it. I'll tell the judge right now. I wanted her whooped. Everyone knows that. Everyone that knows me knows I want her whooped. But I can't do it. And then in that message that you just showed me, where I said our problem, it's because she called her. And that honestly is what made it all worse, and I regretted that. Even telling Jenny about her pissing me off and her calling her.
But after that phone call was made, then you came in, and what did you say in the report that you made?
Because listen, I told Jenny about it the day it happened. The day she wrote this thing. My attorney got an email from Rose, from Kelly, which was a copy of a police report, okay?
Okay.
Against me. Mm-hmm. Okay. I immediately, all right, the whole stuff about the day before when she was doing the text apps and all that stuff and saying, I don't even remember everything, it was like a year ago, but I did tell Jenny when I saw her. It was like, hey, how you doing? Well, I'm going crazy because of this girl, you know? Told her about the text app, blah, 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 blah. Well, then she was like, well, she needs someone to call her. And I was like, oh, of course. Like right then, I'm thinking, yeah, if someone calls her, she's such a chicken shit, it will scare her. So yeah, I did. But she didn't do it till the next day. And I even said, did you call her? And she said no. And she said, delete this message. Made my police report. And then, you know, I don't know what she said. She didn't even tell me that. Maybe she did tell me some. But the police report was more than just what this phone call was.
Right.
And that is, And that's why in my report you'll see where I talk about Sean threatening me, about her driving by my house, about her, I'm kind of racist a little bit. I was kind of raised that way, sort of. I'm just telling you because you'll see it. In my police report, I even say that she brought here to Pickaway County Sheriff's Office where we had to meet because she was going crazy. And I made it so that there was cameras and everything around, especially after her husband just said that to me. She brought I'm almost positive that I wrote this. She brought to threaten me in this parking lot on tape. And she threatened me in this parking lot with the girls with her. And then they kept driving by my house.
Do you know who she brought with her?
Yeah, I do.
Who?
It is Aspen, the oldest. I found this out later. Aspen is the oldest daughter, and it was her now ex-boyfriend's mom. Her adopted mom or some kind of mother. And it's Kelly's friend. I have her name written down somewhere, but she looked over, she leaned, and as soon as Kelly pulled up this way...
So it was a female that threatened you?
Well, and Sean had already done it.
Yeah.
Like, literally that same weekend.
Okay.
But we pull up, Kelly pulls up in her van, and as soon as she pulls up, she goes like this. Because she already knows that this chick is going to sit up and talk to me through our windows being down. And she was like, she said, see, I'm thinking of Sean's. I wrote it down. She said something about, you're going to learn to shut your mouth, or you're going to learn something. And, I was feisty right back, and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Who are you? You don't worry about it. And we just kind of went back and forth, and she was like, I'll see you soon. That's the part that I remember the most. I'll see you soon. Bang on it. What the fuck?
In most cases, detectives need a clear motive when they don't have a confession to lean on. But here, everything is laid bare. Tara's festering hatred over Kelly, fueled by years of custody drama, jealousy, and control issues, oozes from every word on those recordings. Detective Mills doesn't need to drag this out. He has her intent, her plan, her payment, and her target all nailed down. Now, it's only about making sure she pays for an attempted murder that only failed because two cops were sharp enough to spot the storm coming and shut it down. After a swift trial in the Pickaway County Common Pleas Court in Circleville, Ohio, Tara Lambert was convicted on February 24, 2016, of conspiracy to commit aggravated murder. She was sentenced to 7 years in prison and fined $10,000. However, her conviction was overturned on appeal in 2017. On July 10, 2018, she repleaded guilty and received a 5-year sentence with credit for time served. A life was saved thanks to the vigilance of Deputy Jason Ison.
Please hurry!
What's happening there?
Hurry!
What's happening there?
Monty got shot!
Where's the suspect?
I don't know!
Are you next to her that you can start CPR?
No, I'm not next to her!
Okay, get next to her so you can help her.
Oh, I'm scared!
On December 19th, 2022, this horrifying call was made by Leanda Nicks' daughter. Moments before this call, Leanda was at home with her children when an unexpected knock changed everything. Just as her hand reached for the doorknob, a single fatal shot ended her life before she ever had a chance to open it. With no trace of the suspect, the police were left with almost no leads until they uncovered a chilling piece of evidence. The disturbing piece of evidence pointed them to Leanda's ex-boyfriend, Kertz Darrell Johnson.
And as the truck drives by, a couple of seconds later, we start hearing the horn honk. And then we hear a door. And we hear a shot.
I'm seriously telling you,
You
I
didn't
did
hear a
not
shot.
do anything. I want to do something to the little boy that harmed my son.
Did you hear the gunshot?
I didn't hear anything.
Confronting a suspect cloaked in confidence and skilled in his game of deception, will the detectives be able to crack his facade and uncover the truth buried beneath his mask before it's too late? Prior to this horrific incident, the St. Paul police responded to a shooting near LaShonda's residence on December 13th, 2022. The police identified the victim as Kertz's 18-year-old son, Jarrell Johnson, also known as JJ. Jarrell was found with a gunshot wound to the face and was immediately hospitalized. As he refused to cooperate with investigators, the case remained unsolved. But the chilling connection between those two gruesome crimes would unravel gradually, something no one could have anticipated. On December 19th, when the authorities arrived at the crime scene, they discovered LaShonda had been shot in the face. After thoroughly examining her, the medics pronounced her dead at the scene. The police swiftly turned their focus to her children to understand how this harrowing incident had unfolded. Based on their statements and accounts from other eyewitnesses, the detectives learned Kertz's car had already betrayed him. It was spotted too many times near the scene. It was all detectives needed to close in. By the time he realized, Kertz was already in custody, facing questions he couldn't escape.
My partner's gonna kind of talk to you about what you're
Do you
here
have
for.
any idea down here?
I do.
Tell me about that.
So, my kid gets shots in the face.
What's his name?
Jarrell Johnson, man.
Okay.
So my kid gets shot. The guy that shot him, his mother gets injured or whatever, and the kid said to my kid's mother, well, it might be your dad that killed my mom. I'm not killing nobody, man. My son got shot, man. Yeah. That's it, man. My son got shot. That's it. I just ride past. That's it. They know that, man. They know how I look and everything, man. They know how I look. They asked that lady, how do your baby daddy look?
Yeah.
They know how I look.
Right.
They know how I look, man.
Yeah. Tell me what you said you ride past. What does that mean?
Since my sons got shot,
Yeah.
I ride past and I go see. They told me and my kid's mother they didn't want to tell us a story about what happened to my kid. We don't feel like talking right now.
Yeah.
And I say, okay, well, I'll come to you and I'll ride past every day. I mean, we cool. I'm like you guys as dad as well.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to talk to me?
Yeah.
That's it.
You guys know each other a long time.
Yeah. They paid on my son's basketball team for 7 years, man.
Okay. That's a chunk.
Yeah. It's kind of weird that I'm here, read the signs and stuff, and I'm like, this is some stuff, man, pertaining to kids, man. That ain't my lifestyle, you understand me? Is it not right to me? This isn't the first time that this has happened over there. Right, my son's been shot once before in McDonough Projects from her house.
Okay.
Right. Their house gets shot up in Mount Airy. Oh, I'm telling my son every time, why would you hang with somebody that has brothers? You don't hang with 3 brothers, son. You 3 friends and a stranger. He don't get it until this happens to him and gets shot in the face. It hurt my heart to death. It hurt me and my family. But I'm not doing nothing with no lady, my man. I'm an adult. If I'm going to do something, it's going to be the dude that did something to my child. I still feel that same way. I want him to die before me. I want that. Yeah. He hurt my child. But I'm not going to hurt nobody, man. So I don't need to be at homicide.
Okay. All right. You said you just drive by then. Have you tried to make contact with them there?
Yes, we have. We got text messages and everything, man.
Tell me about that.
We text them and ask them the story.
Who is them?
Mari. Mari is the oldest son.
Okay.
She has like 3 boys, and they're all the same age group as my son. If you go on Facebook, this is what they said. They said, so we didn't know a story.
Okay.
My son he was so messed up that he couldn't talk for a while. Okay. So he couldn't say a story or he couldn't do anything. And
right.
I'm not with his mother. And when I go down there, they didn't let me in because
down to the hospital.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her boyfriend is there, but her husband, because they've been together for about 6 years, but they didn't let me in, whatever. I sat down there. Me and the guy get into altercation.
The husband?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I go on Facebook. I'm angry. I'm upset. I say her name in on the thing and everything. I say his name as well. The next day, she contacts my mother, and me and her are talking without him. And she's telling me how she talked to him and stuff. And then I'm telling her, well, I ride past there all the time, and I see the little dudes standing out there. You know what I mean? I asked them, and they told me the same thing, right? I'm like, they gonna talk. He gonna ask you. Just wait till JJ come around. When JJ came around, the little guys, they keep texting him and stuff, right? And like trying to give him a story because Jarrell was supposed to be unconscious or something to where he didn't know what happened. So they're trying to give him a story.
Okay.
He says the lady come in and she keeps saying, is you going to tell him my son or something, or giving him the story? And she said, I'm going to tell the police that you came here. Don't tell them that you got shot here or something. He was saying, right?
Okay. And when you say the lady, who are you talking about? The lady who's telling. You said the lady's telling him to
the
say.
lady. He said it's a lady. It's an adult at the house.
Okay.
As well. So she's telling him that don't tell the cops that he got shot here.
There at that house.
Exactly. That's it. That's all we knew. That's the only story he said. And I said, well, and like I told her, I said, my son doesn't want to tell the police. And she, I guess, wants to protect his reputation. That's not my plan, man.
Kertz, from the beginning, starts crying in an attempt to manipulate the detectives and gain their sympathy. His redirection from the actual event to revealing details about his son's incident is psychologically significant, as it may expose the real motive behind the crime. However, detectives face challenges as they lack solid evidence at this point, although soon the mistakes Kertz is about to make will ultimately turn the tables against him.
I've been shot here 2 times. I'm an important guy. You do something to me, you going to jail, right? If I do something, I'm going to own up to it, man. I ain't did nothing right. And it ain't right. It's not right how Minnesota doing, man, because on Facebook every day, man, these little goons are making posters, man. They make my son, they head up, man. Forget about the injury, they head up too, man. His whole, it ain't right, man.
So we got that, and I understand that. But now we got to talk about why we're here. Right?
Exactly.
You said you've been driving by.
I drive.
Tell me what that looks like. What do you mean you drive by?
I ride past every one of the friends' house.
Okay. And where are they? Where are the spots?
Mount Airy.
Okay.
The little dude, he's on Case. It's a little guy on Geranium, 4 blocks up from there, possibly right. It used to be a Dairy Queen right there on Payne. It's on Payne Avenue. And you go all the way up, and there used to be a Dairy Queen sit to the left side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the other side of Maryland.
Yeah, and they got shot at there. See, that's what I'm saying. I tell you.
So what's going through your mind then when you're driving by these boys' houses? Tell me about that.
The only thing that's going through my mind is they're like my son. I want to know what happened to my son, man.
Sure.
What happened to my son, my brother?
Of those addresses, did you ever get out and make contact with anybody at any of those addresses?
I get out. Yeah, I get out. I knock on the door.
Okay. Tell me how that goes.
Sometimes I talk to the little guys, and sometimes no one answers. Lately it's been pitch black. Right? Every time I go over there, it's just all the lights out. If I go on K Street, all the lights is out. When I go down the street, all of the lights is out. So I'm saying in my head, okay, I know. I already know that you guys had to do it to him. But you know what? I'm not his mother. I said, when I see my son, I was going to press him and make him do it. Somebody is going to jail for what they did to him, man.
When you go by these houses, were you alone or when you go with anybody?
It varies. Because after it happened to him, I go by there every single day. I stayed right here on the east side as well. So I would frequently just go by when I'm crying or whatever. I want those guys to see my tears so they can understand as well. Hey, man, this is a serious matter, man. What happened to the little dude, man? You might be in danger, right? But I knew that they wasn't in danger. I knew that they did that to him.
You're hurting.
Yes.
What do you drive? Is it the car that you got stopped in?
I got a blue Chrysler 300.
Okay. And what else do you drive?
The white truck that I was just in.
Okay.
I drive that as well. Either if I'm not in the Chrysler, then I'm in the truck because my girlfriend, we alternate.
Whose blue Chrysler is that?
My mother. Well, it's mine, just in my mother's name.
Okay. Your son, you say Jarrell and then you say JJ. Is JJ his nickname?
Yep.
Okay. And that gun that he had, do you know what kind of gun that was that he stole from his uncle?
It was a 9mm, and he had like an extended magazine on there.
Do you know what brand?
I don't know what brand. Now, the reason I know that is because me and my mother is in the car, and just like I just picking her up from work and stuff, and we left work, and we're just driving down Payne, and I see my son. I tell him to get in the car. Hey, boy, you eat today? Because I'm not in his household, but it's like my little brother as well as my son. So he gets in the car, and I could tell. I see it on him, and I just grabbed it, and me and my mother was talking, and she was kind of mad at me, but I said, hey man, look, I don't know what type of lifestyle you into, right? I'm not going to take it from you because I don't know if you need it. If I would have took it, my son wouldn't have been shot.
So that's hurting you.
That definitely hurts me.
Yeah, you're carrying that. Did you ever carry a gun?
I've had it, yeah.
Okay. Have you carried a gun since this happened to your son?
No. You'll see what I got. It's a knife in the truck. No guns for me, man. That's why I say, man, look, man. Just from implicating me in it get bad for me, right? That's what I was trying to tell the little guys. I haven't seen those guys since they told my kid's mother that stuff, right?
About you being involved in that lady getting hurt.
Exactly. Now, before that, they will see me. They'll come and they'll see me. We won't talk about the situation or whatever, what happened, but they'll see me, right? So after they told her, they never see me again. Made me think, you guys really think about me. If you thought that about me, you could have done something to me all of the times that I seen you guys 12 something times after. And to my son, they said they ain't talking. Okay, that's cool. It's not my problem. That's what you're going to take it up with your friend, my son, right? I just want to know what happened to him. That's it. That's it. In case he don't survive. Because if he don't survive, then somebody going to jail. That's all I want you guys to know.
Kertz's words unveil a potential threat, alerting the detectives to the violence he's capable of. His statement that somebody has got to go to jail clearly indicates that he has channeled his grief into obsession, and to achieve that, he can cross any legal or moral lines. Kertz's statements only expose his deceptive tendencies. What he's revealed is only the beginning, because the real danger isn't what he's said, but what he's still hiding.
Because they thinking like it's a code or something, and oh, ain't nobody gonna, man, I'm telling, that's my firstborn son, man.
You said geranium. Did you mean Cook? You said geranium. The address where the lady got hurt. You said geranium. Is that Cook? The street?
Yeah.
I'm asking.
I mean, I don't know. I'm guessing. I don't know. Like I say, man.
That's the house that he got. The house that he got shot at.
I drive everywhere. The kid's house is on Cook. Yes.
Where your son got shot.
That's
Okay.
where my son got shot.
Okay. And
Yes.
is that one of the addresses that you drive by?
Yes.
It is. Okay.
Yes.
You had said geranium before, and I didn't know if
No.
that was in addition to Cook or that was.
You asked me where does what.
Yep. Some of the spots that you went to, I did ask you that. When she got hurt, right? And I'm just gonna keep it real with you. She wasn't just hurt. She was killed.
I know.
She's
I heard
dead.
that.
You
I
know
heard
that.
That's why. Yeah.
How long did it take before you found out about that?
The next day.
Okay. How did you find out?
The kids supposedly called my kid's mother, and told her. And then she called me and asked me. And I said, no, was you serious? I said, I ride down there then, and I seen.
Okay. All right. So when was the last time before that lady got killed that you were on that block, that you drove by that house?
I'm not sure. I drove by a lot all the time.
Okay. Would you honk your horn when you drive by these houses?
Sometimes.
Okay. What was that? Why would you do that? Is it like an emotional release kind of thing, or?
No, nothing emotional attached to it. I mean, it's.
Well, there is a lot of emotion attached to this. I can see it in your eyes.
Instead of getting out, or you know what I mean.
I can see it in your eyes,
If
Mr. Johnson.
the boys ain't there this time, you know, it's like, hey, I blew the horn the last time when he comes out. That's what, you know, it's just if you don't hear the horn, and hey. Or when I pull up, I'll pull straight over to the side and just come straight up and holler at you, or what's up, you want to smoke something? However I do it, but I don't, it's never offensive, and it's nothing about me being anywhere where I'm thinking you're trying to go with this, man.
Okay. Were you on that street? Were you on Cook the night that she was killed?
I was not, but I did go through there that day.
That day?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what time it was?
I got receipts from Dollar General. Me and my girlfriend went to the store.
Remember if the sun was up or the sun was down? Okay.
I think it was down.
Sun was down, so it would have been dark?
Yeah, it had to be dark.
Okay. And that General Dollar is the name of it. I'm familiar with it. That's the store that's right next to the house?
Yep.
Where she was killed?
Yep.
Okay. And so you and your girlfriend were there and purchased some things?
Yep.
Okay. Not sure if sun was up or sun was down. Do you remember what you were driving that night?
I wasn't driving that night.
Okay.
She was driving.
She was driving?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I was with her, and then I went over there and seen if they were there. And I talked to some little dude, JJ. You know, it's a JJ. It's another guy. That name is JJ, like my son. And his father's name is JJ.
Okay.
This is the guy that stays on
different address.
Case.
Okay.
At this corner house where the little girl got killed in the basement.
So I know whose house that is.
Yeah, I do too.
Exactly.
Yeah. That house.
Do they still live there or no?
Yes, he still lives there. his son was the one that snatched the gun. See, so that's why I said those guys, everything was together. So when I ride around in a circle, in a loop.
Okay.
The whole little basketball team that my son used to be with, I just ride just to see what they're gonna do to me. See, because if they did something to my son, then they're gonna shoot me too, right? Okay. That's all I've been on. I've just been trying to protect myself. Those guys even dare you. Dude, I'm around like...
protect yourself with a knife if they got a gun and you're driving.
No, I'm just talking about being alert.
Okay.
Being alert and being aware for my life. But I am not worried about it. If I gotta go, I'm gonna go right then. But I think my knife will do damage. It's a nice knife, but hey, it is what it is, man.
Kertz is oblivious to the fact that the detectives have already found several CCTV recordings placing him at the scene on the night Lashonda was murdered. Yet the detectives withhold the information, hoping to elicit a confession that can help them close in on him more easily. But Kertz's vague statements only lead to frustration. But now, with damning evidence in hand, detectives are closing in to see if he'll finally crack or find a way to distort the truth yet again.
Mr. Johnson?
Yes.
One of the things as investigators, and we don't have the emotional attachment like you do to this case, nor the other victims. But we don't know. I don't know your son. I never had the pleasure of meeting him. I never had the pleasure of meeting Miss Nicks. All right? Well, what I am going to talk to you about is, as investigators, what we're afforded. Right?
Yes,
and
sir.
A couple of things that we're afforded are cameras.
For sure.
And everybody's got cameras.
For sure.
The city's got cameras. Go up any block and you're going to see cameras on doorbells. You're going to see them on eaves of houses and everything else. And we can see you that night driving around. Just like you're saying. Big loop.
You didn't see me driving around.
Who else is driving that car?
Me or my girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody else in the house, but just me and her basically. I'm not gonna play the games with you to where you think that I'm telling a story or something. So me or my girlfriend. That's it.
Those are the two people that have access.
I didn't touch anybody.
We didn't say you touched somebody.
I did not touch anybody. I did not do anything. I didn't shoot any guns. You'll catch a knife in my car. I don't have any guns. At all. I'm trying to be as honest, as straight up, as front.
You are to a portion and then you stop when it gets down to the truth.
Because
this is your chance to get it off of you. You have to understand these kids recognize you. They know who you are, just like you know who they are.
Yes, I know. They've been with me.
So they seen you as you left out of there.
They've been with me for 8 years plus.
Okay. So these kids, like the little other JJ kid, he would know who you were, or the other the kids that live there.
All of them.
You don't think that they didn't see you leave from there after their mom was shot?
Miss Lady.
Killed on the ground right in front of them? And her grandbaby?
I didn't kill nobody, man. I didn't kill nobody. I tell you that.
That's
You're right. Okay.
Tell us what happened, Mr. Johnson.
That's what happened, sir.
You haven't really told us anything, though. What do you mean that's what happened?
That's what I did.
What did you do?
I just drove around.
Just drove around.
I just drove around, man.
In your mind's eye for me, get on Cook like you're driving up to the street, you're driving up to the house, right? Tell me what you're seeing, tell me what you're hearing, tell me what happens.
Nothing.
Nothing
at all.
Okay. I can't believe that if it was just you and I talking, right? And I didn't have these other things. I wasn't afforded this video with audio.
You wasn't gonna believe me anyways.
Are you sure?
Positive.
If you gave me, if I understood, right? If I understood from you, but you're not telling me anything. You're just telling me you drove by, you were there, honking the horn, whatever. But you didn't hear a gunshot.
You would never understand.
Try me.
I did what you would do.
Okay.
And you guys put me over here and interrogate me and try to give me a story that you make up for me. when I told you what happened. I told you about my son being like that, right?
You did.
You guys ain't. Sorry.
Well, I'm sorry, and I am, and I truly mean that.
That
I'm a
case
father
is
myself.
It's not active.
How do you know?
Because
it is. It's being investigated.
because I see the little dude on Facebook showing my son gun. He said,
That does not mean it's not active. Have you talked to an investigator?
Little dude's face.
Have you talked to an investigator?
No, man.
So before you say that it's inactive, you need to get the facts on it. And that's the thing. I'm not putting it and making a story yet. I'm basing it on the facts that I've been spending for the last week, and me and my partner have, on facts that we've gathered in evidence to put you in this spot. We didn't put you in here. We didn't just go pick you out just randomly. It's based on evidence that we've gathered, and it's facts.
Okay.
Straight facts, okay? It's not.
Understand.
I'm trying to understand what happened. Because what I'm looking at, I think I know what happened. Okay, I'm pretty sure I do. And you keep telling me that I got.
If you knew what happened, you would go and get the fucker that did it instead of having me down here.
Really?
That's what you would do.
Really?
Yeah.
Who did it then?
Because of the fact is, my son is shot in the face. Yep. Nobody's down. I'm down here. I wasn't asked, well, did you have an alibi or no anything? I'm just automatically guilty because you seen my car. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything. And then I had this dream already of this. I know what you guys was gonna do to me, sir. I knew this shit already, man. I knew it already. It's my life, man. I ain't take nobody's life, man. That's what I didn't do.
I'm not trying to piss you off or anything else.
Oh, no, I understand.
Hey, listen, like I said, my son's a little older than yours, okay? And I can't imagine what would be going through my head if something were to happen. I don't know what it would be. I really don't.
It wouldn't be for you to kill anybody.
Okay?
I know that because you're an officer.
Okay.
You wouldn't think about it. I wouldn't think about it.
You wouldn't think about that.
No, man. No.
Mr. Johnson, you got upset with us when we told you about the evidence that we do have, and I just asked you to simply just to explain, to try to explain and help us understand how we got it wrong. You know what I mean? Can you help us? Because we're not there.
I was gonna say, hey, you didn't get it wrong, man. You got to do what you have to do because that's your job.
I meant to ask you. These clothes and stuff, you still have those clothes?
That ain't me.
That's not you?
No.
Despite Kertz's persistent denials, substantial evidence linked him to the crime. This included his cell phone data, eyewitness accounts, and the clothes he was wearing at the time of the murder, which were later found at his home. These pieces of evidence placed him at the scene on the night Lasando was killed, ultimately leading to his arrest in December 2022. Still, one question haunted the investigation. How could someone carry out such a brutal act for revenge and truly believe they'd never have to face consequences? In December 2022, Kertz Durrell Johnson was formally charged with second-degree intentional murder and illegal firearm possession due to his prior 5 felony offenses. On September 11, 2023, the jury found Kertz guilty on both charges. In May 2024, Ramsey County Court Judge Laura Nelson gave Kertz concurrent sentences of 35 years in prison for second-degree intentional murder and an additional 5 years for possession of a firearm.